So here we go. Is the relationship over if the marriage proposal is declined?
First off,
She said no to the ring.
listen. So I'm saying bye-bye.
No vagina is whack or dry. You just don't turn her on. I'm jugular out the gate, bro. Let's get into this.
Dating someone you can have fun with is really unmatched. That's in my top 3. If I can't have fun with you, I don't even know how this thing gonna work.
Hey, bro, give us the other 2. Fun and what else?
Nah.
All right, no, don't worry. It's all good. What else?
That's why you can't tell your brother stuff in confidence, because they go,
Let's normalize bragging about women like this.
Hey, now.
go back. I'm being honest. I feel like she started feeling the beat a little bit.
Are you guys brutally honest with your friends, or do you hold back in order not to hurt their feelings?
The honesty is not the brutal part. The brutal part is how the person perceives your honesty.
If you're dating a narcissist at Christmas, you had better run.
Don't forget the maybe, baby.
Maybe this will help. Will this help you?
Don't forget the maybe, baby. Don't forget
Hey,
the
listen.
maybe, baby.
All I'm saying is we need to get the studio.
Baby.
Welcome to another episode of Maybe This Will Help.
Don't forget the maybe, baby. Don't forget the maybe,
wow.
baby. Don't forget the
Don't forget it.
off the jump. Hey,
Listen, I thought we were
hey.
still in the commercial.
I did too. I almost forgot the maybe, baby.
one time for the good time. One time. Hey, I just see the
that
people
jersey.
already on
We're gonna talk about this
representing-
jersey. Wow.
representing my brother Kerry with the Bel Air, also with the Fresh Prince and the Will Smith. And I have not yet watched the new episode or the new version of it on Peacock.
Yeah.
Is that
I
what
heard
you
they
know,
turned.
Yeah.
I heard they turned Fresh Prince of Bel Air into a telenova, and I'm not really interested in watching that.
Telenovela, nigga. Did you call it a telenova? Like fashion
Yeah,
nova?
he called it a telenova.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how uninterested I am.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I was too.
I'm not.
I was
I'm like,
too.
where's the comedy? They say it's all drama. I'm like, golly, man. I don't
I
know.
was anti. I was anti the show when I heard about it. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let me just watch it. And I watched one episode and I was hooked, bro. So just
You
try
like
it
the
out.
drama?
Just try one.
Do you like the drama though?
What
I think-
network is it on?
It's on Peacock, bro.
Okay.
I don't know if I just like that it gives them some backstory about how Will got into these situations, as opposed to on the show he just pops up and automatically is just in these situations. It kind of gives you a little backstory on it, which I did.
All right. We'll see. I'll see. I'll see. Somebody told me to watch that. Somebody else told me to watch Love Is Blind. I tried an episode of that. I'm gonna try to get into that. But we'll see.
Yeah, that show.
Love is blind.
This nigga's taking notes. Welcome to another episode of Maybe This Will Help, the podcast where we're here to give you that relationship talk you can relate to. And like Brother Kerry always says, the good, the bad, and the alimony. We sharing from our perspectives in hopes that maybe it will help. This is a live interactive chat. So you guys jump in the chat. Tell us what you think about the stuff we're talking about, because maybe it'll help us. Maybe it'll help somebody else out in the audience. We just here to hopefully help somebody tonight. And we've been doing that consistently for almost 2 years now, man.
Yeah. And crazy thing is, people in the audience, little do you guys know, but when you guys chime in, that gives us things to think about, and sometimes it helps us as well, because we all come into this with our ideas on how we react to these memes and how we react to these discussions based on what our personal experiences have been. Not necessarily giving advice, but we just telling y'all what's worked for us and what hasn't worked for us. And then when the viewers and when the audience chime in, then it's like, oh man, that adds a whole nother perspective to it. So definitely feel free to chime in, because
that's real talk, man. I am 100% committed to learning as much as I can learn without having to go through everything. So when people get on here in the chat and they be sharing what they've been through and stuff, and I'm like, note taking. Of course, we're not speaking like, oh, this is like universal truth, but note taking. so I can keep an eye out for that within myself and with other people. So I thank y'all for being vulnerable in the chats, because it's helping me not to have to go through a lot of things I would have, because I would have been like totally ignorant. At least now I have a little bit of insight.
Right. Now you're just a little ignorant.
Just I'm less ignorant. Malignant.
Yeah. Malignant.
Yeah, I'm malignant at this point. Yeah. Let's check in, man. Let's check in. We clearly let's check in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Dub, how was your week, bro? Check in.
Wait, hold on, Dub. You go first, bro. You always want everybody. You go first, bro.
I do. That's that side of me, man. I just want to make sure everybody good. Like if we had dinner, I want to make sure everybody else eat first. You know, it's just
that's not true. That's not true at all. You digs in.
No, if I ordered my own food, I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I mean, like if it was a potluck situation, I want to make sure everybody, you know.
He didn't change it to a whole potluck.
If I ordered my own food and y'all don't know what y'all want yet, that's on y'all. Because in most cases, y'all know me, I'll eat before I even get to the restaurant, because I don't know what traffic is gonna be like and what, you know. And if I don't eat, y'all already know what happens. You know, y'all got to pray for my deliverance from that.
For sure.
But my week was good, man. I had a lot of highlights this week, man. A lot of highlights. I got to have some really good conversations this week. This week, we did a coaching at my job, and the topic was, what's the cost of acceptance? And so we talked about, you know, what you really pay to be included or accepted into these groups. And how do you know if you've been accepted, or you're just being tolerated, or if you're actually being manipulated? So I love getting a chance to walk in my purpose and my passion. One of my friends asked me, what is your purpose, Don? Like, what is your purpose? You always talk about everybody else's purpose. And it had been so long since I actually said it out loud that I realized that it did evolve, but it's right there on my website. My purpose is to help people escape the loop. And there, of course, that can be unpacked, but that is one thing I really want to help people's lives come alive. You know, so this was a good week for me, man. I got to spend time with you guys, which is always a good look, man. That was fun. That was funny. And man, I don't know, man. I'm good, man. I've been spending some quiet time with myself, and I didn't put this in the prayer requests in the group chat yet because it just hit me today. But y'all keep praying for me to continue to resist these like cravings. I don't want to be a man led by cravings, and I recognize them just getting stronger and stronger. I don't know if it's because my birthday's coming up or what's going on, but like a lot of cravings, I'm not led by that, but they strong. So y'all keep your brother in prayer, because I've been doing good and I want to keep doing good. For sure. Yeah. That's what's up. That's me. What about you, Mike?
Go ahead, Mike.
Man, my week has been it's been an interesting week. I just knocked down week 3 at the new gig.
Hey.
Yeah, it's been good. They didn't somehow they forgot to send my paycheck in the mail, so I didn't get paid when I was supposed to. So, you know, this week for me has been a lot of testing my patience, testing my my faith. And you know, God has just really been showing me a lot, but in your face a lot. I'll give you 2 examples. Can I give y'all 2 examples real quick?
Give us 2 examples, bro.
So normally I had a job that was due today. I had to pick up some extra shirts. I normally don't work on Sundays, but I was like, man, let me go grab these extra shirts, complete the job. Yes,
we know why you did it. We know why. You don't work on Sunday, but the money was right. And
right. So y'all know me. Usually when I go to certain areas, I'll have something on me for protection or whatnot. And so I was going to the Slauson, and right,
the super mall.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
So brother. I was going. What'd you say?
I said, okay, my brother. I want to hear the rest of the story. Clearly, it's a testimony because you're here today.
I had to, because that was the only place that was open that had the shirts that I needed. So I was like, damn. Okay, let me go in here. So I was sitting in the car before I got out, and I was like, man, should I bring it? Should I just leave it here? Should I bring it? I literally was walking out of the car with it tucked. I stopped, turned around, put it back in the car, was walking up to the door, and there was a police officer and a security guard winding people as they came in. So had I went up there, done.
You just moonwalk, brother. Like, my bad. Let me get on back to the car. I left my wallet in the car. I left my wallet, sir. How do you get out of that situation, bro? You're like, shit, you got me.
Don't get in it.
Don't
listen,
get in it.
have that spirit of discernment and really be intent with wanting to hear from God and listen and hear His voice. And then the other one, real quick, was I was eating with Jay today, and I was kind of in a funk because of the whole not getting paid and just what I mean, health and everything like that. So I was kind of down. And as soon as we got in the car to leave and turned on the radio, the Bob Marley "Don't Worry, Everything Will Be All Right." That song came on the radio, and I was like, man, I just started laughing. Like, God really has a sense of humor, and He'll send things and people in your way. You just got to be aware and present to receive what He's trying to tell you in that moment.
100%, man. Look, Mike didn't get paid this week, ladies and gentlemen, and this is something that we don't normally do, but maybe this will help Mike pay his bills.
Set up the GoFundMe, bro. Set up the GoFundMe.
This is all we need right here, bro. This is all we need. Maybe this will help Cash App. Yep. For Mike,
but other than that, you stupid. Other than that, our meetup yesterday was it was the reset button for me. So I'm feeling good and hopeful for this coming week, and ready to go.
Let me tell you about me and Mike walking through the farmer's market on Sunday, bro. They didn't know if we belong in the circus or not.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was all kind of interesting, but
it was ridiculous.
Harold, what up, bro?
What up, bro?
Tell me about it, man. You look like you glowing this week, man. It ain't.
I ain't glowing,
you ain't
bro.
glowing. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I ain't glowing. I don't got that glow. So yeah, exactly. I'm not the last dragon today.
But you singing? How do you not have it and you singing, bro?
Hey,
that's just what you do, huh?
Hey, today, you know what? I can't catch the bullet with my teeth.
Escalation of this whole conversation.
Yeah, it went
check
left.
in, my nigga. This check in. Damn it.
So, let's see. How has my week been, man? You know what? My week has been crazy, man. Because at work, my crew has been knocking stuff out faster than anticipated. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing, but it also it keeps me in a position because I constantly have to make sure my guys have work. You know what I'm saying? I constantly have to make sure everything is good so they can continue to work, they can continue to get paid, they can continue to, do what they got to do. So it just puts me in an interesting situation that makes me have to kind of dig a little deeper. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm waiting for things, certain materials. Sometimes I'm waiting for green lights to go ahead and do certain things. So it's just interesting how that plays out sometimes.
I'm telling Negro to slow down, working too fast.
Man. You know, the thing is, in construction, they say our job is to work ourselves out of a job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who says that?
Everybody above us, bro. Everybody.
This nigga don't even want his name, his address.
Hey, it's a setup, bro. I don't believe in that game of telephone. That's all what I heard was I'm supposed to work myself out of a job.
Yeah. So I mean, basically what they're saying is, just make sure you're doing things to finish these projects. You know what I mean? Finish these projects so we can move on to the next. And sometimes on to the next, we have to wait for the next.
Yeah, so sounds like the slave master talking to the slaves to me.
Hey.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, does it make sense? I'm tired of repeating stuff that don't make work myself out of a job. Listen, myself into a better job?
It don't make no sense to me.
I'm work myself into unemployment. I don't. Okay.
Well, the good thing is, man, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work in LA County. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we good. You know what I'm saying? We good when it comes to that. What else, man?
Before you move on, bro, I just want to say this. The fact that you even think that way, man, you're a good leader, man. You're a good foreman. You're a good boss. The fact that it's on your heart and mind to keep your men working.
Appreciate it.
I know a lot of bosses and teachers, they don't care about that, man. That's good leadership right there. I just want to shout you out for that.
Appreciate that, bro. What else, man? Just I got to renew my license this year. So I've been working on studying, doing my continued education hours for that. Obviously, you know what I mean. Like you guys said, I'm just echoing it. Just the time that we all spend together, man. It's always a rejuvenation. You know what I mean? And then just to see those videos afterwards, I tell you all the time, man, that those are my highlights. You
Yeah,
know,
that's a
just to
fact.
see those, because you can go back and you can look at those videos. Like I look at videos from, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? From different situations, and it's like, oh man, you know what I mean? That was cool. We had a good time.
It's like when
So
when Pookie hit us up in the group chat the other day, and I was like, man, go to WhatsApp. I start putting up old videos, you know, and
yeah,
it's just it'll
yeah,
change your whole day, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, other than that, man, I had a pretty good weekend. You know what I mean? Just, you know, looking forward to this week, trying to get things going, continue to keep things going. Looking forward to tonight's show, man.
You know, I want to chime in real quick what Amber said, man. She said, let tomorrow worry about itself, man. And I think
Yeah,
that's a good reminder because it's sometimes our ambition and our desire to be really good leaders, you know, does get us ahead of the clock and ahead of God. And so that's
absolutely.
always a good reminder that, man, today's bread, this daily bread, let me focus on that and know that tomorrow's God is already in there
Right.
with something prepared for me that's new that I don't even know about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Appreciate it, Jelly.
100%. Yes. But other than that, man, like I said, looking forward to this show tonight. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm in a cool little chill space. You know what I'm saying? I'm relaxed. I'm good. I'm cool.
Let's talk about the Bat Cave we went to that Mike didn't get a chance to go to. We went over. We ain't gonna tell you where it was at. We went over to Uncle Mark's house because he went to lunch with us.
Oh, after lunch.
Brother, talk about being inspired.
I saw the video, just a little piece of the video that you sent to the WhatsApp.
Yeah.
You said that didn't do it no justice, huh?
You, hey, next time we go to Uncle Mark's house to hang out for a little bit, he said we could shoot the podcast over there one day, just all of us at once, man.
Oh.
It's a nice little setup, man. But to not delay you guys from what you came here for, y'all ready to get into the show? Y'all ready to get into this?
Let's go, son. Let's go. G.
All right.
Oh, I feel a little New Yorkish right there.
Right, and Donnie hit him with a Middle Eastern. I don't know what we doing.
Right.
You know, my boss is Middle Eastern, so I just sometimes
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Wait a minute. She say, "I got you. I got you. Hold on."
No.
Give the people what they want. No, give the people what they want.
You can light a candle, but don't do
Damn, you see that?
I thought you meant on TV. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
You got Ronnie Romance over here. I didn't even see that. How did she see that? What camera angle? She didn't tapped into your security system. She's saying something we don't even see. All right, man. How do I want to get this started, man? That's you. Let's see. There's so many good things over here, man. Let's start with. All right. Let's do this. Start the show like this. Boom shakalaka. Is it ever okay to date your friend's ex after a certain amount of time has passed? Wow. I'll take that as a resounding yes. Mike says yes, ladies and gentlemen. In his absence, hold on. No, it's okay. Mike says yes. That's why he sent me a text. Said, tell him I said yes. I'm going to do it right now. I'm actually headed to find my ex right now. But I'm saying though, man, is it ever okay?
I think it's a conversation that needs to be had between you and your. For us, it will be me and our homeboy or our guy, because you never want to make anybody feel uncomfortable or like you went behind their back or anything like that. So for me personally, if I know like, okay, they was clearly together in a relationship, or even if they dated, I'm gonna get with my man before I even try anything and say, hey, you know, we ran into each other. I'm kind of wanting to see
physically, and
I'm trying to see if we could possibly go further. But you know, I want your blessing. Not that I have to do that, but just out of a form of respect for somebody that's your partner. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. But would I just say, "Oh, you dated," so I'm not going to even? Nah.
So it is. Sometimes it is okay. It's okay. Okay.
Express written or verbal permission. That's the small print.
Hell to the no.
It's one of those situations, man. I think it's a lot that goes into that. I don't think it's just a yes or no answer. I think about how involved your relationship was with her. Did you know about did you know them when they were together? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that could look like, you was just waiting on them to break up so you can have your chance.
Shit, maybe you were. Is there something wrong with that?
Ooh, waiting on somebody's downfall? Yes.
No, wait, not downfall, just like realization. Me and my ex didn't have a downfall. We had a realization, and God told us to go a different direction. So it doesn't always mean you have to wait for somebody. But honestly, man, I think if people are more honest with themselves, some people are in the wait. Just like, man, if I ever get a chance. I don't think it's anything vindictive about that. You like what you like, but how you go about it is what makes you an enemy.
But is it with your partner's ex though?
It could. I'm saying it could be hypothetically. Never happened to me, but it could be. Would he be less of a homie, less of a friend? If he came to you and was like, yo, I'm feeling your girl.
No, I don't. I think I would respect it more for doing that.
Man, fuck that. I'm knocking fire, homie. I'm knocking fire.
Wait, you said feeling your girl or feeling your ex?
Nigga, see, feeling your girl.
No,
nigga,
feeling your present girl.
Hey.
Like present day. Like, yo, dude, like I just want to be honest with you, bro. So I ain't gonna be around because, dude, I vibe with her and I don't,
How are y'all vibing that way? How have you guys?
Because she in the vicinity, she hanging out, everybody around.
But you see how she's reacting to me though. She may not be like that with you.
Oh, brother, have you?
My specific.
You ain't never had a girl you was giving no energy to. Just be like totally committed to
you. You already know
exactly. So you acting like you don't understand what I'm saying here. Like she
just trying to play devil's advocate.
Hey, look, check this out. Hey, if that's what it is, both of y'all nigga kick rocks. Both of y'all can have each other, but I'm out of this situation.
Why are you getting rid of your girl though?
Fuck both of them. Fuck both of them. Fuck both of them. I'm serious,
you're too attractive. You gotta go.
Okay, so this is the thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that you're trying to be cool with my folks or whatever, but why are you giving this man enough attention, energy to make him feel like y'all got a connection?
What if she ain't though? What if that's just her being her?
No, well, she better let that nigga know. Hey, homie, it ain't nothing happening over here. This is my dude, and you out of line.
And that's what I'm saying. He coming to you and be like, yo, I can't be around.
Okay, cool. Look, check this out. You ain't gonna be around, but just for you being disrespectful towards me, we gonna line it up real quick.
Over what? Over his feelings?
Some stuff. First off,
he shouldn't have told you. Is what you say? He shouldn't have told you.
It's not even just about that. It's a point of control. It's a point of self-control. Number one,
he didn't do anything. He just told you how he felt.
No, that nigga did something. That nigga feeling something for the person that he with. That nigga did.
You got an erection when you look at my phone.
This
I don't know what the nigga did, but he did something.
No. Because at some point there has to be a point of maybe a point of lusting after her, maybe a point of like trying to say, damn, she's this and she's that. I'm kind of feeling this woman. Well, first off, you my nigga, why are you feeling her? Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain stuff that don't need to be taking place. So you even come out of line and think you doing something good by saying, hey, my nigga, I'm gonna have to just step away because I'm kind of feeling your girl. What? Hey, catch these hands, homie. Catch these hands real quick.
Monique said it's the principle of it. And I agree. It's the principle.
And this is what I'm saying though, man. These kind of conversations make me value my niggas more. It's because it's like, yo, like we don't have those issues, never have had those issues. But on this show, I love to speak about, because Errol taught me this, the king of hypotheticals, situations that other people like go through in real life who ain't fortunate enough to have the circle we have. That stuff is real, man. That stuff is real. I've been, now I'll tell you like this. I've been feeling dudes, girls who they thought they was my homie. He wasn't my homie. And I was showing enough like eyeballing this shit. Like, had to let him know.
Yeah. That's funny because I know cats that I grew up with, and after and I'm talking about Denham's mom after me and her got divorced.
Take her, huh?
Oh, they hop right on her, and these niggas I grew up with, like came to the house, used to have, you know what I mean, go to school together, all of that. They don't know. I know if they watch the show, they know now. Gotcha. But But it's just one of those things. Like in my eyes, I wasn't really too much mad at it because she's the one that told me. But I wasn't too much mad at it because I'm of the mind like you're not me. So I know you're not gonna get the stuff that I was getting out of the relationship. So if you wanna, and you know already know her situation. So it was like if you want to test those waters, bro.
Hey,
listen,
but check this out.
I say it like this: so if it's your ex, why do you care who she with?
Hey, check this out, Mike.
You
saying they not getting the stuff that you getting? What if she just giving you little specks and she's giving them the throat goat?
Ladies and gentlemen, Errol.
Errol Cutley with tonight's first hashtag throat goat. God. So in the chat, Nadia said some of these people aren't and never were your friends. Real talk. Yeah. I mean, just like the guy I was telling you about, wasn't my homie. Amber said, I guess I'm just loyal. I don't cross my people. Huh?
I said, AKA Mr. Steal Your Girl over there.
It's Mr. If she smiles, she gone. I'm telling, hey,
yo, so I used to say that. That.
Hey, Donnie said, y'all break up happy homes and make them better.
First of all, that is Errol's favorite line. I ain't breaking up no happy home, and I don't want that kind of wrath. Errol don't care. He wants, you know, everywhere we go with Errol, he wants the smoke. He will initiate stuff just because he wants to smoke, man. So listen, what Amber said about, I don't cross my people, whatever I choose to do. What my point for even bringing this devil's advocate into this conversation is that I want to make sure that I am an advocate for holding space for people to be honest with you, no matter what that honesty is. You may not want to hear it, but holding space for people to just tell you the truth, no matter how it's going to feel about you, is a very important part of any relationship, even if you sever it after they tell you.
Right. So in that right, Errol has the right to say, okay, now I done held space for you to get these hands. We can still be cool afterwards, but you got to get a 2-piece.
I understand. Yeah, that comes territory. We're gonna be friends after, and next time maybe you'll feel these hands before you feel some feelings.
Hey, that is perfect opportunity for me to keep for a nigga real quick.
You wouldn't go 10 on your boy though. You give him a 6.
I think he would. Listen, I felt the kicks he was giving me at his place. He would, if I did something like that, he would definitely give me a full 10.
So Errol already know this conversation comes up because after, my ex from back in the day, in my 20s in the club, a lot of my homeboys went after her. One of them actually ended up dating her and going out and stuff like that. And he was who I considered a brother. I called him brother. Wow. And, they went to the movies, kissed and whatnot. She was the one who told me.
That's what I don't like. I don't want to hear from her. I'd rather you my boy. Listen, that's my ex. I'd rather hear from you, my guy.
He was different with me. So I felt something was going on. She told me, I added 2 and 2. And I said, but you know what? I like exact math. So this is when I was working at the church. And Carrie laughed about this story. So I was living at the basement of the church, but I was also doing a Bible study. So, I called him one day. I said, man, meet me up at the office. Come to the office. Just boss style. I was broke. I didn't have nothing going for myself, but I still had a boss energy. Called him in the office and I was like, close the door. All right, so talk to me, man. What's going on? We had the conversation. I said, look, here's what I found out. Why you didn't tell me? And of course, he went into the scenario and I said, look, man, you my brother. I do not get in the way of true love. If this is what y'all feel like it's for y'all, cool. But the fact that you didn't tell me, that means more to me than you stepping out with her and y'all doing whatever. I support that. Do what you do. I'm done with her. You know what I'm saying? If y'all feel like y'all can find something there, then good. But the fact that you didn't come to me and tell me, and Mike, you know this from conversations we've had. If people got an issue with me, I want them to talk to me. Yeah. I want you to say something to me. If people come to me with an issue with somebody else, I want you to talk to that person. So many conversations happen about that person to other people instead of to that person. And for me, that's the point when I realize how much I really mean to you. If you are willing to come to me and talk to me about it. So of course I gave them my blessings. Other niggas went after her. They didn't get my blessings, but they wasn't really my homies. But that's just how I feel, man. I don't want to get in the way of nobody having their happily ever after.
I feel that.
Hey, Yeah.
It'll say 1 and 2.
Hey, I'm getting text messages on my phone saying I'm loving Errol's energy tonight. they like that no nonsense, and that's why they can date him.
It's just, you know what? It's just certain stuff, man. It's just like, you know, it's just like that song say, you smile in my face all the while you want to take my place, backstab. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they smile.
God,
hey, that song had to come from somewhere, bro. That song had to come from somewhere. You know what I mean? And tell you, it's been around. Niggas been niggas forever.
All right, so check this out, man. I'm gonna throw this at y'all. See what you feel. So I got a text message said, brother said, I gave him my blessing. She said, you didn't own her. So I wasn't giving him my blessing for her like she was my daughter or my child. To understand what it means to give somebody a blessing is to understand the foundation of what true friendship is. There are certain parameters that you don't test. And if someone gives you permission or gives you their blessing, it ain't got nothing to do with the other person. It's about the parameters and the boundaries of our brotherhood. That's something that everybody needs to learn. You're gonna have to give. You should be giving people or denying people blessings left and right if they're really close to you, because they want to live a certain way, but they're occupying this friendship or this brotherhood with you. So there's certain permissions that you ask for. Me and Errol had that conversation. Like, yo, I'm Phil such and such. I talked to her like a decade or two ago. On some respect, I love you, my brother. Shit, like this is what I'm doing right here. It wasn't a blessing like I own her, but like, no, nigga, we good, and we even better because you brought it to my attention.
Yeah,
that's what a blessing applies to.
And then even with that situation, the cool part about it,
forever.
Is that the second quarter of the night? Was that you, Dub?
Yeah, that was him.
He on the roll.
He on.
Hey, but see, this is the thing though.
Sounded like Pop.
When I end up meeting a young lady, you know what I'm saying, that Donnie's talking about, when I first met her, I had no knowledge about Donnie. You know what I'm saying? I had no knowledge that this was even a situation. Once I found out about it, I immediately went to him like, look, this is what this is. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Is it a go or no? You know what I'm saying? Because if you tell me no, it's a no. You know. Did
you hear the key word immediately?
Yep.
That is evidence of the foundation of me and that man's brotherhood, man. He didn't delay and be like, oh man, immediately, man. That for me, I don't care about nobody else. That tells me something about how he feels about me.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
What we got here? Monique is shouting out to me. Listen, Donovan, if there was a relationship, no blessing, friend, family, or associate, hands off. All right. I respect how you choose to do life. Hashtag niggas been niggas forever. I mean, I respect how people choose to do their life. You know what I'm saying? See, I definitely am doing mine in a very unique way. I know a lot of people who just can't rock with me because of how I choose to do life, and I'm good with that too. Who got the next one?
I'll do it.
Let's go. Oh, snap.
Black men, we need more hobbies. Find things you enjoy that's not centered around making money or vagina. It does wonders for your mental health. And then somebody replied, and it's sexy as F. When a man plants, reads into something other than sports, I'm like, oh, intriguing. So I'll read the top part again. Black men, we need more hobbies. Find things you enjoy that's not centered around making money or vagina. It does wonders for your mental health.
You know what this immediately reminded me of? I'm sorry.
No, go.
This immediately reminded me of what my father said his superpower was.
Donnie's out of there. No, seriously.
Jesus. Errol's dad.
No, Errol's dad for sure.
What's the number of the camera?
No, listen, I was laughing about that. Listen, I was laughing about that the other day in my head, bro. Like, oh man, he
Go to the post, man.
Wait a minute.
No, Sheila, why are you an instigator?
They don't need to know, bro. They don't need to know.
They need to know the DNA that we dealing with on this show.
I think one Ivana Bana I think that's not her name. I just hit her with a first and last. That's what she put, bro. I didn't name her. I think that's her personal opinion on what she likes. I can't say that, you know what I mean. Every woman wants a man that plants reads or into something more than other than sports, because I know a lot of women that are into sports, some more than men, and that's what they like. That's their personal preference. I want a nigga that's hella into sports just as much as I am. You know what I'm saying? I do, however, think that first part of the post is accurate, at least for me. You know what I mean? For me,
more hobbies?
Not necessarily hobby, but just something else other than, because I work, I got the business, you know what I mean? I got other little side things that I do. And then, you know what I mean?
Making money ain't a hobby?
If that's what makes you happy, yeah, it could be.
My hobby is avoiding poverty. As you were.
There's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with that. But when that consumes all of your life, all of your time, to where you can't even enjoy anything else, then that to me becomes a problem. You know what I mean?
So, but let's talk about that though, because some people can look at your life and want to add things to it so you can enjoy it more, not asking you if you're already enjoying your life.
Right.
Just because I'm not doing life the way you think I should doesn't mean I'm not enjoying it, man. You know what you need to do? You need to go try surfing, my nigga. No, I don't. I'm happy with my life. Go ahead, Doug.
I got something to add to that, bro. Just like exactly what you were saying. What if your hobby is to just spend quiet time? You know what I'm saying? Just be quiet. So with that being the case, when she's talking, you tell her, "Hey, shut up. I'm enjoying my hobby." Yep. That's the way it goes. You wanted me to have a hobby? Shut your trap.
This nigga said, I like collecting quiet moments with you.
Exactly.
Golly.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Harold's always ready, man.
100%.
Okay. Let's because of this, Mike, can you define a hobby? What is a hobby? Since support you're saying hobbies are good for mental health, which is a positive sign, doesn't have to be what homegirl listed. What is a hobby?
I'm about to bring it up right now.
Errol, they talking about you, but they gonna go and use it this week too.
So,
my hobby is collecting quiet time with you. Go ahead, bro.
So this is the definition of a hobby: an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. Don't you do it. Don't nobody say nothing. Don't. Nope.
I think I'm pulling up on some leisure time right now. Actually, I got an alarm when I said leisure. You know what time it is.
Oh man,
I hate y'all niggas.
First time reading that definition, huh?
You're right. So that's what a hobby is: an activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure.
Okay.
Okay.
So if it's in your leisure time, then it's not work.
Now I want to look at
making money.
Who got leisure time besides the 1%ers? I mean, when's the last time you had leisure?
I think you know what a hobby is, not leisure time. I think you have to make time for your hobbies.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so leisure by definition is free time. Use of free times for enjoyment, opportunity afforded by free time to do something. And of course, like I have my Sabbath and stuff, but I think that one of my mentors told me, like, when you can make life, even the work part of it, less worky, like when you're doing something you're passionate about, it feels less worky. Then I feel like that's how things can become. Like you can have more leisure time even while you're on your 9 to 5. It can be something that's less worky. So yeah. No,
listen,
Amber.
And sometimes
I'm agreeing with Nadia. Your hobby could be putting in that work.
And sometimes you work with things that don't feel like work. You actually enjoy doing. Somebody else may consider it a job or a task, but I love doing this thing so much that, you know what I mean? You know, it's not work.
So what are your hobbies, my brother? What do you do in your leisure? Any of you niggas?
Oh,
I'm sitting here trying to remember when I have leisure.
Dub, what's your leisure, bro?
You know what? My hobbies. Well, listen, my hobbies consist of. I like to fight. That's a huge hobby for me. Shooting pool, going to the shooting range, paintball shooting. Those are things that I like to do. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, a lot of times I don't get people who like to enjoy those hobbies with me. So if I'm dating somebody and she wants me to partake in my hobbies, then that means that I'm going to spend less time. So you might as well just let me be in the guts and,
Let me ask you this, Dub. How do you feel? Because a lot of times I'll speak for myself or I'll speak for what I've seen. Sometimes
You ain't gonna just sit here and act like this brother didn't say that your guts is my hobby. No, I'm not the only person that heard that.
I tried to keep it pushing, bro. I tried to keep it pushing.
Lord, man.
So
what did you drink tonight? This brother is on one.
Nah. How do y'all feel about you having a hobby, something that you love doing? You've been doing it for a long time, and then your significant other, girlfriend, wife now wants to take up this same hobby and do it with you. Is that a plus or a minus? Because some people are like, man, I like to do this by myself. This is how I get away, how I clear my head. I just want this to be me. Is that a problem for y'all, or y'all okay with that?
Depends on who it is. Depends if that's a genuine interest of hers, or she just wants to do it and try to take what's a hobby of mine to make it quality time for her. Because if it's a hobby, that means I'm getting pleasure from it. And if that's a mutual hobby, her and I both are getting pleasure from it. So it's no pressure on either one of us to entertain each other or be each other's pleasure in that place, because we're both getting pleasure from this. And as a byproduct, we're actually going to get more intimacy together. Some people don't share. I don't think it's mandatory, or you should try to make each other have the same hobbies. But when it's forced, that's when I have a problem with it.
Yeah. I feel like if you have hobbies and your partner starts to grow to love those hobbies, it's okay to do that sometimes, but it's also okay to tell your partner, like, look, I don't want to do this with you today. I want to do it by myself. And that's the thing. Like, sometimes just because you're with somebody doesn't mean that you have to spend every waking moment with that person. And just because you guys enjoy each other doesn't mean that you have to spend all that time together in that sense. Like, yeah, I care about you and I enjoy spending time with you, but then I also want some time by myself. Doesn't mean that I care any less about you. It just means I feel like I want to do this by myself, and I don't want your company today. Or I don't want your company at this present moment.
You're so polite. For me, I'm thinking back personal relationships that I've been in and how adamant I was about spending time. And there's certain ones I wanted to spend more time with than others. My ex, for instance, made extreme sacrifices to watch The Office with me. It's one of my favorite shows. She watched it with me over and over and over again. And I didn't find out till later that she wasn't really a big fan of the show, but she was a fan of me and our quality time. And so she learned quotes and did jokes with me and everything. And it just actually just increased my love for her, because I saw the sacrifice in the moment. But then it's like, damn, what would you have rather been doing? I've started to feel like I was monopolizing the relationship with a lot of the things that I liked. What do you like to do? So yeah, just thinking about that. But I think that in certain relationships I have been in, I wanted to spend every day with them. And I know that that's just not the chemistry that you have with everybody. So when you do have it, enjoy it. When you don't have it, enjoy that too.
Yeah. Thinking about that, like, what do you do when somebody's just like, that's so fun, Don? And that's all, they don't care about nothing else. So
listen, that used to feed my ego. So I didn't even know if it was fake or not. I just, rocked it like it was a real gold chain. It'd be like that sometimes, man.
Wow. Are those diamonds real?
Man, yeah, well, what Monique said? Monique said, guys, what if she had the same hobby before being with that other person? Can't two people share, but just not?
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah,
like we ain't got to go to the shooting range together. You go when you go, I go when I go. I think for me, this is just like we're talking about branches. The tree of it, for me personally, the more connected and aligned I am with a person, or the better our communication, it's just the more I want to spend time with them, the more I want to learn about them. Like my willingness increases the deeper our intimacy goes, you know? And I think that's just been real for me. I've had somebody pull me to the side not too long ago and ask me like, yo, you put up with a lot of toxic stuff in your past, you know, relationship life with different women. Like, why come? And I said to them, I said, what's the easiest way to poison somebody? You put it inside of something that they like. I really like communication. Probably shouldn't be saying this on the airways, but God got me. I really like communication. And so because those women communicated with me so well, I tolerated and ignored a lot of the toxic stuff because I found a communication style with a person that I really enjoyed. And it caused me to like overlook and tolerate a lot of other unnecessary, unhealthy stuff for a long time. But that's my thing, man. I love someone who we can have really good conversations. That's just, that does it for me.
You know, I'm not a big talker. A lot of time I can be around a lot of people and I can just be quiet. You know what I mean? No problem. So for a person to like to do certain things that I like people who know me know that I love to fight, know that I'm passionate about guns, know that, you know, just certain things that I like to do. So that's great if that person genuinely want to do it with me. But if you just doing it just to appease me, it's going to eventually come out and you're going to be like, oh, I'm ready to go now. Or, you know, do we have to, it's like, don't try to partake in my hobby because, you know, that's something that I like if you're not going to be able to really stick in with it. You know what I'm saying? If not, I'm fine doing my hobbies by myself. And if you join in, you know what I'm saying? If that's something that you genuinely want to do, like you really honestly like it, cool. Come on, let's go have a good time. Ain't nothing wrong. Like, yeah, I want to spend time with you. And I want to see, that's the thing. I want to be able to spend some time with somebody doing things that I actually like to do. Not just spending time just doing things that's because, oh, that's this person's thing. So I have to, you know what I'm saying? I have to sacrifice or I have to compromise. But if we're spending time actually doing something that we both like to do, it's a win-win.
So my question then, because, you know, I've sat in a lot of conversations, relationship coaching conversations. I've been able to witness a lot of people going through marital counseling and stuff like that. Would you say that not sharing like at least some mutual hobbies might be a red flag?
For me, I wouldn't personally say it's a red flag. Obviously there's gonna have some type of it has to be something that has you guys connected. So it could be some type of bond there, and it could be some type of healthy bond. The hobbies doesn't necessarily mean that they have to be, you know, shared in that sense, but it just really, you know, you're gonna have some type of connection there. It's probably going to determine how much time you spend together and how much time you guys are happy spending together. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's a red flag, but if those
that's the part right there though.
Yeah.
That when you sit in these marriage counseling sessions or relationship coaching sessions, one of the big things that comes up is how much time do you guys spend with, how much intentional time do you guys spend with each other? And if you both have such like demanding lives that like really make you press into your hobby and neither one of you are really interested in each other's hobbies, that might work for some people. Some people don't need that much face time with their partner. Other people do. And I recognize that if I'm with someone that wants more face time than I want, then I got to put things on pause, identify like, yo, this is a major thing. I've seen it play out for many people. We should have a conversation about this. Like, can we really do life at this pace for the long haul?
So, you know what? Nadia said something right here. She said, you grow together and create experiences. It doesn't have to be a hobby. And not because I was just about to say the same thing. Because whatever my hobbies are could be my hobbies. If she don't agree, if she don't like those, that's fine. She could learn to like them. She could not. Whatever her hobbies are is her hobbies. I could grow to like them. I could not. But then spending time together, we also develop other things that we may like to do together. Like, oh, wow, you know what? This wasn't my hobby, but I really enjoy this. I really enjoy doing it with you. Right. So now we creating these experiences now. And it's like, all right, cool. You know what? I didn't think I liked that. I didn't even consider that. But now that we found this together, this is something that we can learn to love and grow together. And then that might have some type of offspring to have her start to do some of the things that you like and vice versa.
Hey, you ever seen your ex like go and do stuff with the next person that she didn't do with you?
Yeah.
Enjoy doing those things, or have you ever done stuff with the next person that you didn't do with your ex ever? I think that, man, what you just said, hit the nail on the head. Sometimes it's not that you don't like that hobby, you just ain't really feeling that person's energy. You don't want to do it with them. And one of my friends gave me that clarity a while ago. They said the with you is silent sometimes. You want to go to the movies? No, I'm good. Not with you.
Right.
You want to do something romantic on Valentine's Day? No, I'm good. I just want to keep it simple. Just not with you. And sometimes that is what we're not saying that we need to say, because now we're wasting everybody's time. I just don't want to do these things with you, and I know they're important to the relationship. Let me find somebody I really want to do it with.
That's crazy. You know, damn it. That was no. It's like, that's one of those things. It's like, what if you just enjoy being with this person, but just certain activities you don't want to do with them? Mm-hmm. Like, is it okay to tell them that? Like, look, I like being with you. I like spending time with you. However, when we go do this together, it's not so fun as if I do it with other people.
And that's what I was saying at the beginning of the show. Let's hold space in every area for people to be honest with us about these things.
Right.
Would it be okay if your partner came to you and said that?
Yeah, fine. Go do your thing, partner. I tell her, look, go ahead, do your thing. I'm not even tripping because I probably didn't want to do it anyway.
I think it's important. I think it's important to that your partner, whether it be spouse, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, that they have that me time to themselves. You know what I mean? And vice versa. It's important for us as men to have that time to ourselves. I don't think it's necessarily necessary for me to be underneath my woman 24/7. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, being able to miss your woman feels good. You know what I mean? It feels good to me. I enjoy missing my woman, and finally, even if it's after, you know, we just haven't seen each other in a couple of days. Maybe I'm on business, maybe you're on business, maybe you went on a trip, I went, whatever the case may be. That feeling feels good. You know what I mean? But I just feel, getting back to the hobby thing, I just feel like it doesn't always have to be, you know what I mean? We have to do this together. You know what I mean? Unless it's something that we want to do together. That's also cool. Like Dub said, and I think for me, I feel the exact same way he does in this aspect, because for me, it's like, if you're doing it just for me, I kind of rather not, because like Dub said, you're not going to really be into it, and then that's going to bring my high down from what I love doing, you know what I mean? And it's going to make it an unenjoyable experience, as opposed to, oh, I like to do this, I'm going to do it whether you do it or not type of vibe. Then it's like, okay, let's go at it. You know what I mean? So,
you know, what it comes down to, man, for me, is that everybody has a vision of how they want the relationship to go. And I think that the more you guys talk about that vision, the more you're able to see if you're compatible or if you're willing to make some compromises to enhance your compatibility. Everybody is operating from a vision subconsciously. And I think that the less we talk about it to our partner, the more we try to manipulate and force them to want what we want, instead of having a conversation that actually might introduce them to it and be like, oh, I didn't know that was really your thing. This is why I always go back to how important communication is, not implying what you like and what you need, not showing them a movie and hoping they pick up on it, not sending, like, you know, messages that are coded. Like, really just self-expression really helps you to see what you're working with, and that decreases the opportunity of you being like more like frustrated and disappointed. What you got?
You know, I was about to say, I dated somebody, and it was crazy because certain things that she liked to do, you know, she presented it to me and like, okay, this is certain things she liked to do this, and I said, okay, you know what? That's not my thing. And I know you want me to do it with you sometimes, and I will sometimes, but not all the time, because that's not my thing. And then when I said that, it was almost like I was in the doghouse for it, because it's like, oh, well, this is my thing, and I want you to do it with me all the time. And I said, well, no, you can go ahead and do that with your friends, but it was still, well, but I want you to be there and my friends. So it's like, wait a minute, how are you trying to force me into doing your thing? If I'm telling you, hey, you know what, that's not my thing, I'll do it with you sometimes, but it's really not my thing. I'm telling you, hey, go ahead and be with your friends and do your thing. Don't force me to do something that I really don't want to do and then get pissed off at me because I don't want to do it.
Did you see the movie Breakup? Where
one of my favorite movies.
Bruh, she said, I want you to want to do dishes. Yeah. I want you to like to do I want you to want to do it. He said, I do it because it's what you want, but I want you to want it. And I'm not saying that that's toxic or it's a red flag, but I'm saying that those are times where you guys come together and say, okay, let's have a conversation about what's really going on here. What is it that you want? Yeah. If I did that, if I actually wanted it, what would that do for you internally? That's where intimacy and understanding comes in. Like that's where you get that understanding of, okay, so it could be about the dishes, it could be about me wanting it, but it's something deeper there for you. And we all have it. It's not baggage. We all have that deeper desire behind our request. And the better we communicate with our partner, we can find out what the real issue is here. Why do you want me to go do this with you? Why is it such a big deal that you're almost pressuring me?
And what's so funny is later on in that little part of the movie, it came out that it had nothing to do with the dishes. It's a deeper underlying issue. But now, since it's never been communicated, never been talked about, all of this stuff has been festering. So every little thing sets her off. Every little thing, whether it's, I asked for 6 lemons, but you only bought 5 lemons, or you bought 12 lemons. Only asked. It's like, oh wow. But come to find out, it was a lack of communication. Really, that was the focal point of their issues.
Healthy communication, because when somebody's trying to force you to do something, sometimes you feel like they're trying to control you, and the first thing you want to do is defend yourself.
Right.
And defensive people could become offensive people, and now you just like shooting darts back at them. You want them to back up instead of you saying, "I see you attacking me. You're my partner. I recognize that. This is a safe space, so I'm gonna throw up my white flag and say, hey, what's really happening here?" Instead of letting this fight, it takes two. But I've learned the power of a white flag in a relationship. I am not your enemy. I don't care what's happening right now. I'm not your enemy. And that's one of the biggest things I started looking for in relationships with people, that I don't become your enemy when we're going through stuff in a relationship or in life. That's a big deal for me.
That's good. And that goes back to kind of what we were talking about on the after show last Sunday about that back and forth that we had on the WhatsApp when we started sensing that, like, oh, I wonder, is he getting agitated, or is this rubbing him the wrong way? And just throwing a LOL, or just knowing the person that you're in a relationship with is also key. You know what I mean? Because if you're with somebody, hopefully you can kind of know when something is getting under their skin, when you're bothering them, and we're given plenty of opportunity to de-escalate before it gets to a raging argument. It's just that some people, ego, pride, you know what I mean? Oh, you hurt me, so now I got to hurt you back, gets involved, and now, now everybody's triggered. At that point, everybody's ready to go at it.
My mentor told me once, he said, what's going to help you in your relationship a lot is to have less buttons. Because somebody's always talking about you push my buttons. Like, every part of your body is a button. Go heal somewhere. He said, have less buttons and you have less issues. I remember me and my ex sat down with this couple that we were allowing to mentor us. And there was an age gap between us, about 10 or 11 years. And we asked them, and they were interracial as well. We're like, so what issues come along with dating someone with this big age gap and with the race difference? And they said the only issues that come with it, the only issues that come in a relationship are the ones you create.
Ooh.
If you don't create the issue, there will be no issue. There's no issue that comes attached with, oh man, it's a big age difference, or because you Latina and he black. Like, there's no issue. Only issue that exists in a relationship are the one you create. And that's why I always started saying after that point that the death of a relationship is always an inside job. Somebody on the inside did that. Nobody on the outside.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Mike, let's do yours, bro, before we slip into half.
Oh, that was mine.
Oh shoot.
It's on you, bro. No, it's on you.
No, it's not. It's on Errol. I went first.
Yep.
All right. Hold on. Before you do this, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get into some stuff here. So if you can go ahead and tag somebody that you think could benefit from this conversation, just tag them, share this on your Facebook or share it on your YouTube. If you've been watching, Errol is on something tonight. Somebody said he keeps showing off his guns, his tatted guns this week. Y'all just get ready. Tag somebody, let them know we're about to get into something deep that they don't want to miss. Exactly. Energy.
Should I go put on the hoodie or something? Should I go put on the sweatshirt?
Nah, just keep your clothes on and
So
Oh, man.
yeah, oh, it's over there.
Oh, you missed that, Daddy. He full flexed on him. Full flex.
Double bicep.
Yes, yes.
Of course, I already knew it. I just knew it. I know my brother. I know
All
my
right.
brother. It's his
Y'all
favorite
ready
pose.
for this? Y'all
Let's
ready
do
for
it.
this?
Dun, 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 dun.
Damn. Me and this guy are dating, and I mentioned to him that I'm waiting for marriage to have sex. The guy that I'm dating said he is cool with that, and then he mentions that he should go, that we should go Dutch when we go out on dates because he is saving his money for his wife. WTF? What the? I told him that's not cool. That he will not spend money on me because I want to wait until marriage. He says that's not the case at all, but clarifies that that's just like sex. He should be a good steward with his money and reserve that for his wife. I think he follows you. Is he wrong?
Bruh. Bruh.
Oh man. So so I feel like this. If that's how that brother legit feels, then I feel like he's 100% right by sticking by his beliefs. Now, if it's strictly a vendetta thing, and oh, you're not gonna give me none, so I'm not gonna give you none of this money, then come on, bro, come on. You can't measure the two. You know what I mean?
So
Because
It's a market out there that says you can.
No, but I'm saying if she's doing this because of her beliefs, whether it be religious or whether she's just taking a break from sex,
His
whatever.
is religious too. His is religious. Got to be a good steward over his finances. That's just in the Bible.
That's what I'm saying. If that's legit, so if he had that before she even said anything, then I get that.
No,
But
he
if
was
that came up
inspired.
with
He was inspired in the moment. Her chastity made him close up his Chase bank account. It's like, listen, you just made a hell of a good point.
God,
You saving something for your husband. I got to save something for my wife.
That's good. That's good.
Talk about it, Dub.
So this is the way I look at that situation. I don't look at it as far as it being a bad thing on either side. If that's what they want to do, if you want to close up your legs, he want to close up his wallet, fine, that's what they want to do. This is the thing, you know, and I read that comment too. He's just being petty. But this is the thing. This is the way it is. Going into a situation, dating somebody, getting to know somebody, and already putting restrictions on things. If you just want to put restrictions after, like, if you come into a situation and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, right off top.
Okay.
If you're saying, okay, you know what? I prefer not to be sexually active until I'm married because I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that, right? And if he says, okay, you know what? I work hard. If we're just trying to get to know each other, I spend my money on my wife, right? I'll be a protector. I'll be a provider for my wife. You give your body up to your husband. Cool, no problem. We're just dating. We're just getting to know each other. You're not required to give me sex. I'm not required to spend my money on you. And a lot of times women may get upset because, oh, you're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to take me out on dates. Why? Who said that? We're getting to know each other. We're collecting data. If I wanted to spend my money on you, let me do it because I want to, not because it's a requirement that you're trying to put on me because I'm the man and you're a woman. Just because you're a woman don't mean that I have to spend my money on you, that I get up every day. Sometimes I feel like I want to stay home. Sometimes I feel like I just want to just sit in bed and just do whatever. But no, I have to get my behind up because I'm being responsible. So don't put it on me saying that I have to spend my money on you when you didn't do anything to earn none of that money. Let that be a choice that I want to do. Just like you have a choice to give me your body, me spending my money is also my choice.
I think across the board, everybody kind of agrees what he was saying. Like agrees with his response to it, as long as it wasn't petty, which Big Mike said he was definitely being petty. And just from the reading of it, it felt like it might have been that such of a situation, but because we don't know more information, it does make for good conversation. I will say that. I think for me, I've been more in my previous relationships of dating. I've been more just like, all right, cool. I'm just gonna be me. I take care of people. I pay for stuff. Like that's what I do with my friends. So right. I'm not. I mean, like, and for me, it's like if I'm dating you, then I'm hopefully there's some kind of friendship there already. And so I pay for food and go out with the guys or one of my other friends. Like that's not a big deal for me. So I'm just really careful about if you're just reserving that in the dating atmosphere, but in other areas you just free with it.
So it's not even just so much about that. Like, you guys know me, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's my day, here, pay for. I'm paying for this, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, money is not a big thing for me. I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? If I have it, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Here, I'm taking care of it. Don't worry about it.
We know how much you get paid though, so I mean, I understand why it's not a big thing for you. I understand. We understand. We understand what bracket you in.
Easy
We
work.
get it.
Easy work.
Listen, show us the fireplace again one more time. Listen.
Hey.
No,
but all I'm saying is, let me spend my money because I want to. Don't make me spend my money because who you feel like you are to me, or who you think, you know what I'm saying? Because you're dating, because we're trying to get to know each other, I'm obligated to spend my money on you.
Let me ask you a question, Dub. You use the words "make me pay" and "force me to go." Like, is that like been your experience? People really trying to like bully you into these situations?
It's not. No, I don't get bullied into these situations because I'll tell a woman in a minute. I'll tell anybody in a minute. Like, man, you got me fucked up. The whole thing is, it's just it's what's portrayed. It's what's portrayed. Like, you look at social media, you look at women talk, period. It don't even just have to be about social media. You look at women talk, period, and there's a lot of degrading of men if a man is not willing to off top just pay for you off top. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that come off to where women say, okay, well, I'm not going to cook for you until you earn it. I'm not going to do this for you until this. I'm not going to do this for you until that. But it's expected for a man to all of a sudden give himself from the gate, you know, whether it be his finances, whether it be his time, whether it be whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I had this conversation, you know, not too long ago where it even comes about that women want you to cuddle women. Women want you to cuddle with them. They want you to cuddle with them.
Man, it sounded like a threesome a minute ago. Okay. Jeez.
So okay. They want you to cuddle with them. They want you to be close. They want you to do all these things, right? But you're having a physical reaction to stuff like that, right? A manhood, you're having a physical reaction. Like, you want me to be close to you, cuddle you, spoon you, doing all this kind of stuff. But if my man blasts off, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to take care of that, right? So you want the closeness, you want the bond, you want all these other kind of things. But then when something happens,
that's how you be looking. We're gonna cuddle and what? And what else?
Right, exactly.
What else we gonna do? I feel you though, bro. I had a conversation with one of my friends once just about like they love to kiss, and I was like, man, just it's hard for me to stop at kissing. So I ain't been like the tongue champion since high school. I mean, you know, things have changed. Like, you know, I understand there's more bases now, and the brother trying to round third. So it's just best for me not to get in the diamond if oh man. But I have that's what when I asked you guys in the beginning of the episode to pray for me just about cravings and urges of the body. Like, it does do a man good to learn how to discipline those faculties, you know. But it ain't as easy as it sounds, man. And you don't want to just keep putting yourself in that situation, because if to thine own self be true, like we say on this show, you're gonna end up trying to force a situation. And I think in most states that's called rape.
Yeah,
exactly. You're going strong armor for it. And I think when a person tells you that that's their limit and that's their issue, like, believe them.
Agreed.
All right, fellas, we doing this.
You got it, Donnie. You got it.
Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna revisit this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. As we said in the beginning of the show, Mike lost his job, and Mike didn't get paid, and his brother, we just trying to help him out a little bit. No, really though, this is what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. You know, at the middle of the show, we always pause to do we pause for the calls. And we either shout out a small business or we just share with you guys what it is that we're up to. If you're not following us on social platforms, you can follow us on Facebook. Maybe this will help the podcast, or Instagram, or YouTube. Maybe this will help the podcast. Make sure you're sharing these episodes with your friends. Make sure you're getting in the comments, telling us what your favorite part of the show was, and actually adding your wisdom and insight, because it's helping all of us. If you want to donate to what we're doing, like we said, we have stuff we're working on. The pandemic kind of shut some of ideas down temporarily, but clearly LA County is opening back up. And so there's some things coming down the pipeline for you guys. So if you want to continue to donate to what we're doing, you can go to our Cash App and maybe this will help. Cash App $ maybe this will help. This helps us to stay on this platform. This helps us to continue to get I'll just say for now, the merchandise that's coming down the line for you. This helps us to do the community work that we have in the work as well. And that's just all the details I can give you at the moment, because we're taking this, maybe this will help further than just online. We're actually getting into the community and trying to make an impact that way. So thank you guys for your donations. Those who have made donations and do it consistently, dropping just money in there because God put it on your heart. Listen, we appreciate it. It is not going unnoticed. And we know that you've asked to stay anonymous, but thank you from the bottom of our heart. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, fellas. Mike, you want to add anything before we move on? Mike, you on mute.
Mike, we can't hear you, bro.
Just the usual like, follow, share on IG and Facebook. Maybe this will help the podcast. Yeah, that's it.
Hold on. I think me and Dub looking at the same thing. You looking at this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ali said, don't press the button because it won't shut off. Yo, that's real talk, man. And then one of my other friends texted me not too long ago before we move into the next part of this episode. They were saying, how would you date the girl you dated, would you date her friend? Is her friend off limits, the girl that you dated?
I would hope that she would give the same respect that I would give my homeboy if the situations were different. You know what I mean? I would tell her, go talk to your homegirl about that, because that's actually happened before.
Yeah.
And I had her talk. We can't do this until you make sure that's good with her, because I don't want to get in between nobody's friendship, nobody's relationships.
Bro,
I don't want that on my conscience.
It's not fun.
But also, it has happened in my previous life.
And not cared at all. So, bro, I've learned from that situation as well. Kind of like the same thing you just said, man. Like, I think me and this girl were like really feeling each other, and I guess at some point both of us thought, because the girl's a mutual friend, that one of us would go tell her, and we were just so just into each other that neither one of us ever did. And when she found out, it wasn't really a good look. How she found out, it didn't really embody a lot of respect. But yeah, man, I think this is why we share this stuff on this show, because it does help us to grow. And in those moments where we are kind of oblivious, we can think back to what was said on the show and apply a little bit more wisdom and keep our lives a little bit more free.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So let's get into the second half of the show. You know what we're about to do? We're about to do videos for the whole second hour. Tag somebody that needs to get in on this. Go into the comments. Let us know what's been your favorite part so far. More than likely, it's one of Arrow's hashtags. Hashtag niggas been niggas forever. Hashtag blast off. Just Arrow been coming with it tonight. Tag somebody, and we are about to get into it. Fellas, y'all ready to get it started?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh man. All right, cool. This is fun.
If you got money, you can get women, okay? Now, if you got a lot of money, you can get some of the finest women in the world. So with that being said, I want you to know the way your woman look represents your income. I see this recession and hit a couple of y'all upside the head. Ladies, let me tell you something. Your man is with you because at this point in his life, you the best he can do right now. I know it hurt, I know, but I'm telling you, if he find a way to get rich, your pink slip is on the way. Hey, your man get rich, I'm telling you, you cough the wrong way, it's over. Hey, I can't do this no more. I got paper.
Hey, is he spitting facts though? Is he spitting facts?
I think that
Arrow don't date the same women since he got a new tax bracket. He don't even entertain the same.
Don't even do me like that, bro. Because
I will say this, and Dub, maybe you can attest to that. Once you do hit a different tax bracket and people are starting to realize you're in the tax bracket, you do get approached and treated differently by the opposite sex. I'll go ahead and say that.
That's why I keep shouting them down with letting them know that his brother's paid and get you somebody in your DM.
You may disagree, E, but for me, I've looked like this all my life, and I've gotten a decent amount of women that found me attractive. But once I started driving different, wearing different, you know what I mean, a different type of swag, I could see the type of woman that was attracting me started to change as well.
So for me, nothing changed. Number one, I don't talk about money. You know what I'm saying? And I don't talk about money a lot because I don't care about money. Even when I got one of the vehicles that I had, one of the vehicles that I have, people would always say, "Oh, I'm pretty sure a lot of people looking at you with that car and blah blah blah." And I was like, "No, it's just the same." You know what I'm saying? It's honestly, it's just,
yeah, me too.
You smell it too, Mike? It's strong.
Listen, check this out. Like all BS aside, like when like I hear Carrie say stuff, and like you guys will say stuff about people being in y'all DMs and all this and all that. Honestly, they don't be in my DMs like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get approached. I don't get approached like that. I don't get extra attention because of what I'm saying, my vehicles. I don't get extra attention because of, like I said, my tax bracket. I don't even talk about money like that. So that's not a thing. You know what I mean? It's just I feel like everything is the same. Everything
guess what's gonna happen? Guess what's gonna happen after this episode?
Do you got a copy of this man's paycheck stub we can post real quick?
Somebody went to his page while we was talking. Let me see what this brother got on.
All right, on this man's page, lurking.
I'm wearing most of the time. I'm in sweats and a t-shirt, chilling.
And that's how rich niggas dress.
Yep.
That's how wealthy niggas dress. You seen the nigga on Facebook? He's had the same outfit you had on. I tell you like this, man. I've fluctuated in tax brackets, man. I've fluctuated in income, man. It's just the life of an entrepreneur, man. Things have not always, looked good, and sometimes, but you know what? I tell you this, my preference or my taste hasn't changed. Yeah. And I think that's what's hard for some people to recognize with me. They tell me, I've had plenty of people tell me, I know I got somebody perfect for you. I know exactly kind of woman you need. And I'm just like, bro, y'all missing the mark. And then I get with certain people. Yeah, they go with the look or what they know about me on paper or whatnot. Like, this is what you need. Like, y'all missing it, homie. I am trying to. My heart is set up for something totally different. I'm not trying to be a power couple and impress a generation with online love. You know what I'm saying to you? And I think that for me, that's one thing I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? My cousin who kind of helped me mold like the idea of what kind of woman I like. I still like a gap tooth, short, thick. You know what I'm saying to you? Like good ankles, good eyebrows, and some thick thighs and fun. Like that has been like.
Oh, you don't like hairy chest no more? Oh, my bad. I thought you were still into that. I guess things change within a week's time.
Well, maybe there's one thing that has changed with my tax.
Here we go.
You got to line that up like the Batman symbol or something.
Wow. Wow.
Man, but I just say like with that post, man, I feel like there's a lot of facts in there. Do you guys, and I want to ask you this because it was a post that came out a long time ago that said this, that we date at our level of self-esteem. Has your financial situation ever guided who you would and would not holler at?
I'm going to say no for me, but it's a no because I've never been one to go out and pursue and just holler at a chick anyway, just because I've never had the gift of gab to holler at women to begin with. So I've always been, if she comes and says hello and she sits down, cool. I got a full conversation for you. But I've never been the one to just, I like her, I'm going to go up and buy her. That never have been me. So that's going to be a no for me.
Yeah, I don't, man. It's something that I hear.
I'm sorry, Gigi. I should have put up the I Smell BS post on him too. Thank you for that, Gigi. Appreciate it.
It's true.
You know what? I don't. I hear like a lot of the guys in the trade, like the older mentors in the trade, they always tell me, date within your wage. And yeah, for me, I'm just like,
wow, that's deep.
I mean, date what you can purchase, I guess, at the end of the day is what they're saying.
No, they saying date somebody that's making what you make. You know what I mean? So you don't have
okay.
within your wage.
Okay.
So you don't have certain problems. And there's a lot that goes on, you know. And I get what they're saying, you know what I mean, because there's people who get married and then they get a divorce, and then now they have to pay spousal support, they got to pay child support, they got to give up half of their pension, half of their annuity, you know what I mean. So they're pretty much saying protect yourself, you know what I mean, in that sense. Date someone within your wage, so if anything does happen, if it does go awry, you still be okay.
They preparing you for divorce. I get it,
man.
Yeesh.
But I still don't, you know, I try not to look at money like that. You know what I mean? It's really not a big thing for me. Obviously, the type of lifestyle you would have is different, but I don't lead with that.
I guess the money gonna determine how much leisure time you guys got to go enjoy these hobbies. Girl, I'm in the wrong tax bracket for you to be talking about hobbies. I ain't got hobby money. We go to Hobby Lobby and find some arts and craft because I can't afford a dinner table. We got to make our own. It's a whole list of situations. Your dating experience is different with someone who's struggling financially. And I'm not saying it's a bad different, because some people on the lower bracket are more creative. And some people with a lot of money feel like they can just take you to the most expensive place and not have any personality, or take you on this trip and still be handling business calls on the side. Well, you on vacation, right? So really, it doesn't really tell you anything at the end of the day. But my question here is a devil's advocate. Because you've been called to steward this life and you have a vision that you're going after, should your financial situation, should it have more bearings over who you're willing to date or not? Should it? Because you have a vision you're trying to go after, and that person could end up being a liability because of the money they're not used to managing.
I disagree, and I don't think, not disagree because you were posing a question, but I don't think that
I just disagree, nigga.
Yeah,
wrong. Your question's wrong, your tone is wrong, and you're asking the wrong brother.
No, but I don't think so, and it's mainly because of what Pookie said. She said problem with that is the wage can change on both sides. So what if
the pandemic showed us that?
Right now, you know, I may be you may the woman in my life may be the main breadwinner, but that may not always be the case. So what would I look like? Or
what's up, nephew?
That's his tax bracket right there. That brother is getting taxed by that little man.
And look,
that's your Uncle Sam right there.
You ain't never lied. No, but so what happens when so say I'm not making as much as my woman, but then that's not going to always be the case. So what if she says, okay, because you're not making this much, we can no longer be in this relationship? Then you may have messed up a completely different thing, because that's been the case with me before. I've been dumped because I didn't make enough money. I didn't make the amount of money she felt that she deserved in a mate. You know what I mean? Now I'm sure she's looking back really upset, but the point is, I would never put money as a bearing on someone that I'm potentially may spend the rest of my life with.
Let me tell you why I asked this question, though. I asked this question because, again, I'm going back to the opportunity I've had to sit inside some of these marital counseling conversations, and they got with somebody who was a bad manager of money. And if you don't know, one of the worst things to happen in a marriage is to be married to someone who doesn't know how to manage money, because that is a major part of like your quality of life. The Bible says that money answers a lot of problems, or money answers all problems. So should be valued to a certain degree.
Yes.
But maybe not so much the amount of money, but if someone has good just financial sense, if they're financially literate. Go ahead, Doug.
I was gonna say that before you said that. I was gonna say a lot of times it's not about how much money you make, but how you spend it.
There we go.
It's about, you know, I've seen people who make, you know, not so much money, but they still own property. You know, I've seen people who make a lot of money and they just don't have nothing to show for it. So I believe it's how you steward over the money that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you manage your debt to income ratio? What is your debt to income ratio? What are you doing? You know, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you doing with your finances? Are you living paycheck to paycheck? Are you, robbing Peter to pay Paul? Are you borrowing from other people, not to be able to make it in life, but just to support an addiction that you have? You may have a shopping addiction. You may have, it's like,
Damn.
whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? So it's not so much about the money that you make, it's about how do you spend the money that you make and what are you doing with it?
This is another good point too. Jackie said, "What up, Jax?" She's soon to be Congresswoman. I'm gonna let y'all know when it's time to vote for her too. She's about to get in these runnings. Said it's not so much what you make, but what you keep each month. Do you know how to set money aside? And again, that goes back to that management piece. Like, you can make it all and blow it all,
right?
In the same week. Some people making six figures and still living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
It's that lifestyle. Let me tell you what my grandfather told me once. Hopefully you can. Okay, I'm gonna let you. That's Mike, ain't it? I'm gonna let you.
That's me.
My grandfather said this. This is a quotable from Otto McClinton. He said, "When your I just messed it up. When your outgo is more than your income, your upkeep is going to be your downfall."
Ooh.
When your outgo is more than your income, your upkeep is going to be your downfall. And it just goes back to living above your means. Some of the stuff we buy in and stuff, like Pookie hit me up. I didn't get a chance to watch Transformation Church today, but she said it's about finance this month, and I got to watch it because he said it's going to change your mindset about money. But some kind of knowledge base of money just helps me identify how you value things that have value. You know what I'm saying to you? Mike, you want to touch on that comment? I know you did, man. My bad.
No, it's all good. It's all good. For me, at the age that I am now, I don't want to do a whole bunch of teaching. You know what I mean? Of course, there's going to be certain things that my spouse is not going to know, and there's going to be certain things that I don't know that I'll be taught as we progress in the relationship. But it's certain things I coming in, I'm expecting you to have some type of knowledge, and it's not a shot at you if you don't. Some people just weren't taught, even at the age that we're at right now. Some people just don't know, and I get that. But where I am now, I don't want to teach. I mean, I want to learn together, I want to grow together, but I don't want to do a whole bunch of teaching.
Let's go to the workshops together. Let's sit in some of these financial classes together.
So
Dub, you got some? Okay.
Yeah. So for me, I'm kind of a little bit on the opposite end of the spectrum there. Not so much that I want to teach, but I don't mind teaching, because for me, the biggest thing for me is a person willing to learn. So if that means me teaching them, that means, we go into a financial workshop or whatever type of workshop together. That means a lot to me, because that's telling me that you're not stuck in feeling like you know everything. You know what I mean? It's a saying that I thought about a long time ago. You always have people say, you try to tell them something and they're like, oh, I know. Well, if you know what you think you know, so if you take the time to learn what you think you know, you'll know what you think you know. Instead of it just being, oh, I know. Take the time to learn what you think you know. So, I don't have a problem teaching somebody, because that, like I said, that for them to be willing to want to learn something, even if that means teaching, because also something that I know is you're limited to your experience, right? So if you're limited to your experience and you've never had experience in something, somebody can't just fault you for never having any experience in it.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
There's going to be a lot of things that you particularly may have experience, and there's going to be a lot of areas that you're going to have to teach her. But in the same token, there's going to be areas that she have a lot of experience in that she's going to have to teach you.
100%. I just think that with this piece, but as far as financial literacy, like I say, I don't mind us growing together. But if the base of why saving money is important and the base of certain things, I just can't teach. Now, like you said, if you want to go somewhere and take some classes, cool. I don't have any problem with that. I'll go with you. But what this says is hopefully you can teach, not me. We can go somewhere together and go to a class together, but for me to teach, I don't.
You know what's crazy though, because Dub definitely needs somebody who wants to learn. If you ever ask Dub any question, that brother is taking you to the lecture hall. I've asked his brother once about a light bulb in the house, which one to use. I don't know how we ended up outside looking at the light post, because he was trying to tell me the difference between the two and where the power really comes from. Brother tried to take me into the sewer to show me where he had set up the system earlier that month. Like, God, girl, nigga, a soft watt, 30, 40, 60. What you gotta understand everything.
Trying to go for it. It
This
depends
brother,
on
he will explain it to you and won't care if we ate. If it's nighttime, whatever it is, that brother is definitely a teacher. It's one of his gifts, and he's smart as hell, though. Yeah. You know, the brother builds computers and stuff. Like outside of all the other, he's smart as hell, man.
Yeah,
I'm just, man, I'm about to be your manager in a minute, bro.
Yeah.
All right, y'all ready for another one, man?
Let's go, son. Let's go. B, work the mother, yo.
Wow.
Hey,
okay, since we're talking about mothers, we're gonna go ahead and do this one right here, and I feel like this is gonna be in alignment with what we've been talking about tonight, man. It's just, this is something for I sent this to two women that I love, that I consider like true friends, and this might be a little bit more hyper focused on the women, but I'm sure the men, we can have a conversation about it, so double down.
A person who is not emotionally attached will not even bother where you are, but a person who is emotionally attached and who cares for you always is concerned about what you like. And that I feel is most important for all girls. It is not the rich husband. It is not the powerful husband. It is not the position. It is the understanding man you should marry. Otherwise, you won't be happy in life.
That's good.
Just one more time for the get down.
A person who is not emotionally attached will not even bother where you are. But a person who is emotionally attached and who cares for you always is concerned about what you like. And that I feel is most important for all girls. It is not the rich husband. It is not the powerful husband. It is not the position. It is the understanding man you should marry. Otherwise, you won't be happy in life.
Marry the understanding man, huh?
The one that, and she said in the beginning is the emotionally attached, and that's what hit me when I heard it. I recognized, like, she's like, he's always concerned about what you like and stuff, and I've recognized situations where I wasn't concerned, and it hit me like I was not emotionally attached. And I didn't take that as a call to action to emotionally attach myself to every woman. I took that as an understanding that when I am emotionally attached, that is something special. And that's something I need to try to grow and preserve. Not that I should be that for every woman. That's helping me to identify my chemistry with in connection with a person. If I'm really concerned about what they like and what they want, and I'm not just looking at them like what I want for us, but what I want was best for you. That is something that I feel like should be valued for me.
And that's we could take that just to relationships in general. Just like in the circle, we've I think probably this month more than most since I've been around, we've really been concise and doing things on purpose as far as spending time together. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's something that we value, something that we see is important, something that we see can flourish into much more than it already is. And I feel like in any relationship you're in, that's important. And I feel like a lot of times in life, you know, life gets in the way of that. You know, we got bills, we got kid, we got, you know, school, work, you know, all these other things that get in the way. And to me, when you can really see a person's love is when they'll carve out that time to say, it's just me and you. What you want to do. It's just I'm here for you. I'm attentive. I'm not just here and you here and we just, you know, in the same space together
and stuff.
Right. I'm literally here. We talking, we hanging out, or we just doing stuff that we love to do together. You know what I mean? And I know that you could be doing work or doing 100 other things. You know, I could be doing 100 other things, but yet we here together and we making it happen and we're happy.
You know, one of my favorite things in one of my previous relationships was back when I was doing photography more often. I had to edit a lot of photos. And so she would come over and we'd have the best conversations while I was editing, because my editing I could do like robotic. It was just like I know what I needed to do, but my mind still had capacity to have like some deep, great, hilarious, and like really insightful conversations. It was one of our favorite moments. That even though while I was working, it was still, we knew like, you editing tonight? All right, cool. I'm coming through. We about to we gonna do what we do during that time, man.
Yeah, that's good. That's that you guys have set up those parameters of what works for y'all. You know what I mean? Everything may not work for everybody, but as long as you or whoever's in that relationship knows this is our time, that's what matters.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think that Dub, you had something?
No, I was just the only thing that came to my mind is just, you know, if I'm gonna spend time with a person, I want to spend time with a person. Like I want us to be intentional about the time that we spend together.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Don't just like, if it's just about doing an activity, I can do an activity with anybody. But if I'm gonna do that activity with you, I'm gonna want to enjoy you while doing that activity. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not gonna enjoy you while doing that activity, then like I said, I can go do that with anybody, or I can do it by myself. So
Yeah, I think for me, just that emotional attachment piece really just made me pause for a minute and identify, one, that is valuable. Two, who do I really emotionally, who do I care about, like, consistently? Like, what do they like?
Good.
that's it.
You know,
That's
who do I
it.
have to force or set an alarm on my phone to remind myself to reach out to them? Even though that's good diligence for certain, relationships and what you're trying to build, be a partnership, or even if you're just trying to either recognize, sometimes I'm really trying to develop a want. I'm trying to develop a willingness, and it's not there. And I have to sit with myself. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it is something that I need to communicate with. I had to tell somebody recently something similar to that about, a relationship that we had in the past. Just about, like, man, I didn't have a desire or a want. We had chemistry, and I don't know what happened to it. And for me, if you talk to anybody who has deep conversations with me these days, you already know that I'm not faking the funk. I'm really being more blatant, and I'm not saying I wasn't honest in the past, but I was definitely taking a more political approach to trying to preserve feelings and whatnot. Now my goal is to preserve truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just, honestly, it's just as important to check yourself. For instance, you know what I mean? Anybody that really knows me in my life know I don't like talking on the phone at all. But you know
Or
who
video
calls
chat.
or video chat, right? Though, for sure. But you know who will call me every day and not care? Kerry Durrell. Oh, he does not care. He'll call and I'll send him a voicemail, and he'll call and I'll send him a voicemail. But I had to realize this is a relationship that I care about. Sometimes I have to go. I can't be stubborn and stuck in my ways. You know what I mean? So what is picking up the phone gonna hurt? You know what I mean? And it's important to me to realize the relationships that are worth going outside of your norm for. You know what I mean? Because all of them aren't. Like you said, some we just don't. It is what you cool. No love lost, but I just don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Hello?
Hey, what's up, bro? Just want to let you know I love you, man.
All right, love you too.
Thank you for answering. I appreciate that.
For sure. I got you.
First time in 2020. I'm not being petty. I just really appreciate it.
All right, it's too long. Conversation's too long.
Gotta go.
Cool.
One.
Yep. So yeah, it's just you gotta know the relationships that are worth going that extra mile for, man.
This brother's telling the truth. Every time I see Mike's name come through as a phone call, I just feel like he butt down me. I promise you this. I never take it serious. I never take it serious. I got a phone call from you today. I was like, either he butt down me or it's an emergency. So I called right back. Conversation was 30 seconds.
Hold on.
Wow.
Hey, I just want to tell you, bro. I just wanted to make sure the video thing working right.
Yo, we done maxed Mike out for the month.
Yeah,
he ain't answering no more of our calls for the month. We got a quota, bro. We just blew it. We blew it right there. Oh man. Fellas. All right. Y'all ready for another one?
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh, buddy.
Over you, waiting for you to agree to fuck them. Men love to talk about how much it sucks to be put in the friend zone, but can we talk about how it feels to be a woman and realize that you didn't have an actual friend? You just had somebody looming over you, waiting for you to agree to fuck them.
Yep.
Hey, let me.
Yep.
Give me the green light.
Let me pose this question. Have y'all ever stayed in the friend zone in hopes that?
Yes.
Golly. No, I have too, bro. In hopes that, man, one day I'm like Urkel and Laura. He just stayed around. Just one of these days, you just gonna fold.
Brother, I'll tell you, I'll linger.
Will you to this day?
I'm still gonna be a good friend, but I'm gonna have an agenda, and I'm not gonna be silent about it. You're gonna know, so it's not gonna be like, oh, I thought you knew why I was here.
Right.
I'm still gonna look out for you and be a good friend because I believe in being friends first. But I just want you to know that that's not where I'm trying to stop.
Right.
That's honesty, man. Come on, what I keep telling you, I want to hold space.
You know, that you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with look. You already know what it is. I like you. If you want to just be friends, you know what I'm saying. I'll accept your friendship. But given a chance, hey, I give you this meat too.
One of them drunken nights.
Simple and plain. You know what I'm saying? Look, check this out though.
Here we go.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't do me like that. I'm just saying. So listen. So let me ask you this. Have you ever been that man, or if you knew you was that man, where a woman really is not your friend, you just somebody who she likes to go out and eat with, or you just somebody that she knows she can have a good time with? She's really not your friend. She's just one of the men that you have. Oh, well, this was the one I can have sex with. Or well, this is the one that I can just go out and hang out and have a good time with because I know he's fun. Or this is the one who I know if I need a meal, or me and my homegirls need a meal, you know what I'm saying, I can get one of those. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, like stuff like that is highlighted. Like, yeah, man, if a man find a woman attractive 9 times out of 10, he's gonna want to hit. You know what I mean? You could be not saying every case, but women know what guys want. If you just put a guy in a friend zone and he initially came to you as far as an interest, a lot of times that interest don't just go away because you chose to put him in the friend zone.
Agreed.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does.
Sometimes it does. But all the time it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it does go away. Sometimes it's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? And then sometimes it's good that these women put you in the friend zone because you may have an initial attraction to that woman and want to date them. And then you see how they are. Woo! Nope.
Yeah,
nope.
bro.
I do not want you at all. Yeah, we are friends, homies. Yeah, buddy, let's go.
And that is exactly what I was going to say. I think Mike saw it when he said there might be a story there. That's exactly what I've approached some people, or just kind of just shot my shot, for instance, and just took the time to get to know them. Thank God for the friend zone, because I was like, yo, that would have been a bad call.
Yes, because
it was lust based and it was visually based, and I didn't really take time to really get to know them, bro. I tell you, man, I am not looking for a pretty headache, bro. 100%.
No
pretty headache.
No,
golly. Golly. How many times have we had that though? Like, have you guys ever got with somebody just based on looks strictly?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure I wasn't the only one.
Yeah.
No, man, look, you try to get with somebody over a few things about how they look, about how, you know what I'm saying, how they clap in that sundress, about how, you know what I'm saying.
He's not lying though. He's not lying.
In the sundress.
And it's crazy how much stuff we'll overlook for those types of things though.
That goes back to me. That's what communication does for me, man. Let's have a good conversation with you. I'm telling you, I'm just looking to bypass a lot of stuff. Got to work on that. Do y'all friend zone people, or do you keep women around? This is gonna be a good question. I know my ex is gonna love hearing me say this. Do you keep women around who you know want to be more than friends with you if you're in a relationship?
If you're in a relationship, nah.
If you're not, if you're single and you don't want to be with them, but they want to be with you, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna keep you in the friend zone. Do you just sever that because you know that they want something that you ain't willing to give?
I don't, because I feel like I've had some really legit friendships with women that, you may have wanted to get with me, or you may have thought I was super attractive or wanted to date me, and I wasn't just open to it, but I still feel like there was a legit friendship there. So I don't, but if they feel like, but at the same time, sometimes women will be like, I feel I need to step away because I want more than what you're willing to offer. Now
that has happened to me a lot. I've befriended or gotten good connections with people, and sometimes I feel like, I feel like sometimes people like got to know me and got chemistry with me with no intention of liking me, but just started liking me because I wasn't necessarily their physical type, or I wasn't their type on paper, which is one girl told me. And before you know it, like she's telling me like, yo, I changed my entire type and all these like things that I wanted. And now this, what I didn't know about you, or what I didn't know about men per se to you, now I want you. And that's happened a couple of times. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I'm just saying our preferences change, man. What we want changes. And sometimes the friend zone is a good place for you to find out if you're really interested or not.
Right.
it's like a cooling off period when you buy a car. Just sit here for a minute, hang out with me for a few weeks, and see if you still feel the same way.
Cooling off period.
Yeah, sometimes we need to cool off. Sometimes it's just our loins, bro. We just
when you go to buy a gun, they have a cooling off period. I just want to throw that in there because I like guns. And you said cooling off period, so it just sparked something in my mind.
If anybody wanted to know what Errol's code is, if you didn't figure it out tonight, you'll never know what this brother's code is. He's giving up all the goods tonight. You better format that paragraph, real spell check it and everything. Press send about 10 p.m.
That is funny.
What they got going on in the chat, man? Everybody's friend zoned. You got to be my friend first. Now I'm waiting for somebody to act like more than a friend. I used to say that too, man. Like I just has to be friends first, but then I recognize I want to keep myself open for a God to work a miracle. He might have a different plan, but I'm still an advocate for friends first as a primary rule. Not that one. What did Big Mike say? Mike said, my ex was in the friend zone 2 years. Wow. Mike, tell us, how did he get out? How did this brother escape?
He didn't give up. He didn't give up. I feel like that's usually the key.
Is that all it takes?
The last man standing. I'm not speaking for you, Mike. I'm just saying that's what I believe it is.
It was a dark and lonely night. Man, I don't know, man. All right,
that would be a key right there. If she could tell us, if men find out how to get out of the friend zone, oh man, it's a wrap.
Mike, tell us how do we get out of the friend zone?
Ladies, give us, you know what I'm saying?
Give us 3.
You know, like help us crack the code. Y'all want to be happy, we want to be happy. Help us crack the code. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, Dub, since we're the only single people here, has anybody presently friend zoned you? You trying to find a way to get out? Nah.
So you know what? A while back, a woman friend zoned me, and she said something to me, and it made me realize, like, okay, you don't want me like that. Cool. You know, I'm not gonna keep on pushing. You know what I mean? I've already put out my interest in you and let you know that, hey, I was interested in you. And you chose to say that that's not what you wanted from me. So I'm not gonna keep on sitting up here waiting for it. I'm not gonna wait at all. Cool. You just told me exactly what you wanted. Don't be mad later on. You know what I'm saying? That if I go and I see somebody else and somebody else shows interest, don't feel no type of way. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a while back, and I even asked her. I said, okay, cool. You want to be my friend? I said, but let me ask you something. I said, if I start dating somebody else, would you feel a certain way? And she said, well, I can't say anything. I said, I didn't ask you about what you can say. I said, would you feel a certain way? And she was like, I mean, yeah, I would feel some way. What makes you even feel like you could feel some type of way when I was interested in you and I approached you and said I wanted to do something and you told me no?
We need a gift that just says red flag. We just need a red flag waving. Just Mike, if Mike has taught me nothing else, he's told me to stop ignoring red flags. Stop rationalizing red flags, man. It's red for a reason. Again, red don't mean run. Red means stop and gain clarity because you might need to turn around. And I know that I've been guilty of that too many times, man. Just ignoring these doggone red flags.
So look, okay,
here we go.
I was just about to put it up. That was it. Okay, so this is my question there, Mike.
She holding out, bro. She holding out.
This is my question. So now it's been 2 years. You guys are just friends, and then you say, "Okay, I'm ready." So now he has to reacclimate himself to now go back to the romantic side. Because this whole time I've been thinking I was a friend. When I wasn't trying to be your friend, you wasn't having it. Now I've decided, okay, cool, I'll just be your friend. And now 2 years later, you said, okay, now go back to how you were at first.
Nope.
I tell you like this, it ain't hard to get back into it. Listen, I tell you, I ain't been a stripper for over 10 years. You tell me what, I ready to go every day, ready to go.
We can tell by all the videos you've ever made.
Brother, I got baby oil on deck. It ain't hard.
You got making these, bro.
She said no extra pressure. Mike, I still feel like you're not telling us everything. There's something else. Was there an opportunity that presented itself that made you look at him a little different? I say this because a lady at my church once told me, she said she was friends with her husband, I think maybe 5 to 10 years before they got together. And she said one day, me and him were walking through the park. This lady is like 76 at the time. She said we were walking through the park, and she said, and I finally saw him after 10 years. Just a friend, she said, and I saw him that day while we were walking through the park. And sometimes it's just not y'all's time. And so for anybody that's in a friend zone, that's been friend zone, don't try to force it, because if it's meant for y'all, there will come a moment and an opportunity where things are ripe and you'll have a chance to try to make something work. But trying to force it outside of that just because it's what you want is a selfish move. And that's the exact opposite of what a friend would do. So I appreciate Mike saying that about no pressure part, because I feel like that does play a part. What?
She better tell me not now.
Not no.
Yeah.
Not now.
Don't tell me no. Tell me not now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would be better if she told me, hey, you know what? I really don't see you right now. I just don't see you right now. You know what I'm saying? But just saying, if I approach and she like, nope, you're just gonna be my friend. Okay, cool. I'll just be your friend, right? Don't sit up here and play no games with me. Don't sit up here like I'm a damn yo-yo, up and down. Oh, you feel like this 1 minute, then you feel like this another minute, then oh no, and then you finally see me. If that's the case, like don't play games with me. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, just tell me, hey, I just don't see you right now.
I feel that, and I kind of want to tap on to what Anadia said. She said sometimes friendships are too valuable, and I get that, but I always hear in these situations where, oh, I don't want to mess up the friendship. I don't want, but can two people in a relationship not be friends?
Bruh.
I'm confused, like, because who I'm in a relationship with, that's like my best friend. So I don't get how we can't be romantically involved and be friends. I think for me, I feel like they should go hand in hand. Now, if you're betting on the relationship ending badly, then that's one thing. But to me, that's your bad. Because I'm not thinking that way.
Mike, how badly could it end if you guys are actually friends first? Right, you know what friends do above anything else? They respect you. And so when you're friends first, this is from experience, they're less likely to do some of that ratchet stuff you experience from just a dating site or dating a stranger. You get out of the friend zone once God gives you his blessing. I feel like no, because the person has, whatever God says, the person still has to be willing to give you access. I want to get some clarity right here. Sharon said, I think feelings follow actions. And she said, so if you continue to act on it enough, there's a chance. And and so this goes back to a post we had months ago about trying to convince somebody to choose you.
Break that down for me, bro. You might understand what she's saying better.
No, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking Sharon to give me a little bit more clarity on that too. So if you continue to act on it enough, there's a chance. Give me a little bit more clarity behind that. Because what that triggered inside my mind was like, yo, I can do so much until they finally see me, which is fine for some people. But I know some people just ain't with that. And Mike, is that what works for you? You said friendship is the best foundation. Did you finally decide one day that you really wanted a solid friend to partner with? And that was like one of the best ones you had? They can't talk back to us, so we just have to
listen. So you see everybody waiting.
You got quiet. Mike, you're on mute. You got yo, man, this is sorry. Gigi said, can we play the video again? And she said, please. And that is a green flag.
Don't let her fool you. Do not let her fool you.
Don't let it fool you.
If you got money,
you got money.
All right, here we go. Were you waiting for you to agree to fuck them? Men love to talk about how much it sucks to be put in the friend zone, but can we talk about how it feels to be a woman and realize that you didn't have an actual friend? You just had somebody looming over you, waiting for you to agree to fuck them.
There you go, Gigi.
Looming over you, though. God,
the loom, bro. The loom.
Sheesh.
Yeah. You can always graduate to be best friends, but that's a whole nother zone. I hear what you're saying, Jellen, about God giving you the access and whatnot, but people disobey God every day. People are just, sometimes I've been stuck in my own ego and my own wants, and God could have told me to give somebody a chance, and I was just like, God, but the way her ankles is shaped, but like, you know, it's like as much as God has things for us, we miss out on opportunities often, and we just that's just something that I had to learn from. So what Gigi was talking about your stripper videos. Wait a minute, Lord, Portia. I'm gonna have you keeping up. Shit, I'll make her the hall monitor because she clearly know the conversation better than we do. Gigi, listen, I gave you all those compliments. Trifling. I tried
to warn you. I tried to warn you.
But you can find those on YouTube. Man, Donovan D.L. All right.
This man out here soliciting himself.
Hero got the smallest bladder. All right, so we go.
You rude. You are rude. That's a grown man.
We're not going
grown man with the grown man bladder, sir.
That's what that higher tax bracket to do to you.
Right.
All right. So we're not gonna play the next video until this brother get back. Hopefully it's a number one.
Wow.
We can y'all did me the same way, Mike. Don't you do it?
Yeah, no, for
y'all
sure.
played me the same way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we can touch back on a few things until this brother comes back from the restroom. Nadia said,
I've experienced nothing with you.
Topics.
Okay.
I've experienced men grooming me and men deciding to be friends. They were all correct because what was for me was for me. DTF uses that approach often. You know, what's for you is for you. So I can respect that. I can respect that, man. I mean, honestly, it goes back to the vision that you have. If you don't really think that it matters if you're friends first, it's going to show in how you approach it. I know a young lady who said that she shares her intentions from the gate. And if she ever puts you in a friend zone, nobody's getting out. She says she can't revert back from looking at you as a friend. And I don't.
Hey, that's exactly what you get. Because I didn't go there from fool. I heard the whole conversation.
Oh, get him, Doug.
Hey,
get him.
Slap you in your mouth real quick.
Oh, you slapped me. I didn't say I liked your ex.
Trying to make it seem like I got a little 12-year-old girl's bladder. You better knock it off.
All right, I'll play the next video, man, before I get myself in more trouble tonight. Oh man. All right. Let's do.
Hold on, you chose the last one.
Oh yeah, go for it. Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to get out of that conversation.
Immediately.
Here we go. Hey, let me tell y'all why dating in this year is so hard, because you really don't know what you're getting. It's almost like, here go. This is what men do. And y'all ain't got no right to be mad at us when y'all do this. Niggas, y'all can blink at some point.
This bitch.
Mike, just choose the next video, man. It's late. It's late. It's late.
Jesus Christ! Put on.
What was that?
All right, hold on. Let me.
Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last video of the night. So go ahead and tag somebody if you want them to join in the last part of this conversation before we shut it down. Brothers was focused, hoping not to get friend zoned.
My eyeballs dry though.
Man, what's happening? What time is it where you are? What is happening right now? Wow.
You will never be good enough for the wrong person. So when people do not see your value, it's not about, I'm not good enough, I'm not this. No, they're not for you. And we've got to learn to accept that and not internalize rejection, not internalize the fact that this person cannot step up to the table and give us what we need. That's not their role in our life. Get them out the way.
Okay, Sarah.
I agree, and then I have a devil's advocate for it as well. Because
this brother about to argue with himself. I'm here for it. Go ahead.
Listen, because I've been on both sides. I've been on both sides of the spectrum, brother.
I want you to tell yourself that you're wrong. I just want to hear
it. Listen, I've been on both sides of the spectrum, so I get, when people are trying to tell you you're not good enough, and you have to let that go in one ear out of the other and move on. But then I also get when somebody tells you you're not good enough and they right. Because there was a time when I knew for a fact I wasn't ain't shit, nigga.
This bitch.
Bruh, say that.
She broke.
It wasn't wrong.
she was not wrong at all, and it was a tough pill to swallow. But at the end of the day, you know, maturity comes when you can admit things that you really don't want to admit to yourself. You know what I mean? When you can come to yourself and say, you know what? As much as that just hurt and stung, and I'm upset and I'm in tears and I'm trying to go against what was said, at the end of the day, the person was right.
You right.
And,
right.
And to me, that's the beginning of growth.
Acceptance and awareness.
Acceptance, awareness, and then being willing to change it.
Hi, my name's Mike, and I'm a ain't shit nigga. Just
100.
Join the group.
Join the group of the.
I've had people pull my card. The first sign is to be defensive. Like, oh no, I'm worth this and I deserve this. Yo, your last 4 years track record show the opposite. We have to recognize, and as Errol says, we got to recognize, you know, when we holding night, nephew. Oh, you too good?
Yeah,
all right.
Uncle Donnie said good night.
I see you on Fortnite.
Night, dude.
And Uncle Errol said good night. They said good
night. Man. I don't even know what we're talking about. Go ahead, Deb.
I got nothing.
No, so
about, Mike?
we were
okay.
The video about never being not good enough. People say you're not good enough, and I was just saying that sometimes them people are right. Sometimes you need to step your game up and get your head set on your shoulder. What is it?
The whole month of April. Nigga, wear brown. Wear brown. That's the color of it. Wear brown.
Get the brown ribbon. Brown ribbon.
Damn it.
Yo,
that's a good. Hey, Mike, can you print up some brown ribbons for these girls to order to send to their ex
for sure
in honor of Ain't Shit Nigga Awareness Month?
Damn it, burn! Look at that.
Oh snap! You're right, wow. Ali. I'm gonna get a hoodie. I'm gonna get him to make me a hoodie. I'm not only I'm the president. I'm not only the member. Oh man.
So what happens though? What happens in that situation? Do you still have any of that? Being anxious? No, I don't. Being anxious? No, because
I have my moments.
I think now with the relationship that I'm in, I'm being held a lot more accountable with the circle I have. Even with my kid, I'm just being held a lot more accountable on every front. You know what I mean? I don't really have room to be that guy that I once was. Could I be? Yes. But am I willing to be? No.
Thank you for saying that part, because I was about to say the same thing, man. The temptation to be that way every day shows up. Like I tell you guys, every morning, y'all know my routine. I do my meditation. I have my intentions for the day. Be the light, be generous, be patient, be found faithful. And last week I had to add, be kind. Wow. To thine own self, be true. It's awareness, man. I know that there's a struggle of mine a lot of times now, especially because I'm spending more time around people.
Yeah.
And I prefer to spend a little more time by myself. And so I'm not going to sit here and, like the Bible says, be careful when you think you stand, lest you fall. And so I know some of the things I struggle with. The enemy might try to get back in through that same door. So I got to keep watch over that thing through intentions, through prayer, through scriptures, through accountability, people in my life. Not today. Can you put that on the front of the shirt too?
For sure.
ASN.
Sheesh.
Oh man. All right. What do we got to do here, man? We got to do the right thing. Where are my post-its? Y'all talk it around so I can find these post-its real quick.
Oh no, so like we always 10:07, like we always do at the end of the show. Everybody on the show is really big for mental health and finding what, not just mental health, but finding what works to you to get your mental health in order. So we like to supply some options. Not saying that these are the only options that work. Not saying that other options aren't out there, but these are the ones that we like to supply at the end of the show. if anybody has gone through anything else, please send it to us. Let us know. We'll try to vet those things and try to get it up here as well, because we're always open to different avenues of mental health. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All
So
right,
what we do, man. Oh, go ahead, Mike. You want to?
No. It's all you.
What we do at the end of the show, man, we talk about mental health because we believe that people talk about living your best life, but your best life comes from your best decisions, and your best decisions come from your best mental mind state. Your best mental mindset. And so we are advocates for therapy. Therapy, we sit down and talk to somebody, or even therapies that take the form of self-care, going out for nature walks, or meditating, stuff you do alone, stuff we do with other people or in support groups. But I wanted to put this up here today as a little example. A friend of mine sent this to me, and she said, a good therapist will not pressure, judge, or shame you, gently challenge you when needed, honor your pace and boundaries, be happy to receive feedback and make changes, not give you advice. They'll help you find your own answers. Sometimes get things wrong because they're human. Root for you and celebrate your wins with you. Help you set goals and take action. And I think that sometimes we don't understand what a therapist will do for us. And so we don't think we need one. But if you look at this pie graph and you see anything on here that might be beneficial to have in your life, maybe therapy is for you. If you see anything on here that you wish you had, you pray that you had more of, maybe therapy is for you. And so with that being said, we also want to give you a number that you can call if you feel like therapy would be for you. It's a mental health hotline number you can call 24 hours a day. It's 1-800-854-7771, 1-800-854-7771. You can call and get connected to counseling, therapy, maybe even a support group. And as I leave that number up there, we go back to this right here, just what a good therapist will do, but also something else I want you to check out. Look at this for a moment. Shoot. So it says here, talking about trauma responses. Maybe you didn't see anything on that other list that you may need in your life, but look at this right here and see if you can relate to any of these circles, any of these pies, more than the other ones. Flight, workaholic, overthinker, anxiety, panic, OCD, difficulties sitting still, perfectionist. What about fight? Anger, outburst, controlling, the bully, narcissistic, explosive behavior. The fawn, people pleaser, lack of identity, no boundaries, overwhelmed, codependent. Or the freeze, difficulty making decisions, stuck, disassociation, isolation. The thing about this is that sometimes we just don't know what it looks like. And we don't know that what I'm struggling with, I don't have to struggle with this anymore. Sometimes we've normalized living with trauma. Sometimes we've normalized just saying my personality is just pessimistic. That's just who I am. And sometimes we're just a few conversations away from being set free. Sometimes we're just a few conversations away from no longer self-sabotaging. I know too many of my friends, and I hear some of their confessions, and they'll say things like, I know I'm gonna mess it up. I know I'm gonna self-sabotage it. Or it's just where I am. You know, I'm just a hot mess. It's gonna take somebody extremely special. And I hear these things and I'm just like, man, what if you didn't have to live that way? Would you choose something different? Or is this another like prison you've created for yourself? And so it's worth just having that conversation. If something inside of you is saying that you want more than what you've been experiencing, maybe therapy is for you. And so that number again is 1-800-854-7771, 1-800-854-7771. If you're ready to start there, I'd say call tonight. If that's not where you're at least start implementing more self-care into your life. Any brothers want to add anything to that?
Yeah. I just want to say that it's very important to understand where you're at. If you feel like you need to talk to somebody, if you're battling with something, if you're struggling with something, understand where you're at for yourself and for other people. Sometimes you can be in this fight, you can be in this battle and never get help, and you start projecting things on other people. You know, if you don't have a good sense of self-identity, because you're still trying to battle with your own self-identity, trying to find where you're at. If you never allowed to talk, or if you never give yourself a chance to get that out, you know, sometimes you can project your hurt, your pain, your behavior on other people, and you can push people away that you really love and that really love you. You know, so just with anything, if you feel like you're battling something, if you feel like you're hurting, if you feel like you need to talk, if you feel like whatever it is, you just need to get it out. If you want somebody just to listen to, definitely seek help. Definitely.
Yeah. And don't be afraid of a diagnosis. I recently found out 2 people that I know have been diagnosed as adults with certain disorders, if you want to call them that. And it's not something that people easily share, and it is a conversation that you should have with, if you have any. I remember I sat down with a therapist once and I said, do you guys do anything like a diagnostic check, like they do on a car, to find out if there's something wrong with me? I've had those conversations maybe 3 times. Like, do you have certain questions or certain assessments you can take me through to find out something's wrong with me? I just be wanting to check in and check up. And sometimes we found stuff, and I think that's just responsible. I don't like to wait until something breaks to try to find a repair person. I like to know, like, help me learn about myself to find out what it is that I need to keep running solid day to day. That's why I spend so much time meditating. That's why I set intentions, because I recognize what they do for me as a man, as a human being, and how that really helps my relationships with my brothers and my sisters and my family and my friends and my coworkers. Like, they're blessed because I take care of myself and I'm intentional about finding out what it is that Donovan needs and what things that, even though they're popular in the culture, I don't need to be around because they're not healthy for me.
Right.
I thanked my brothers. I sent you guys a text last week and said, I thank you guys for taking care of yourselves, because that gives me more of what I want. And that is time with my brothers. I'm grateful that I don't have to come visit y'all every week in a hospital somewhere, or all I can do is write you a letter because you done wild out on somebody and now I don't have access to you. I'm grateful that, we don't have to come over to the house only and make sure your machine is still running because you keep making bad choices with your food. You know what I'm saying to you? Y'all brothers keep giving me more of what I want, and that's time with y'all. So thank you guys for being responsible. You don't recognize how much it impacts the people that love y'all when y'all make right choices.
That's super big, man. Because and I won't say I've never thought of it like that, but I don't normally think of friendships like that. The only time I really think of things like that is with Denim. You know what I mean? How the decisions I make throughout the day affect only him. And it's important that we broaden our scope into our relationships with our family members, with our friends, with our circles, with our coworkers. Like, every decision we make throughout the day affects somebody. You know what I mean? That's why it's important to always at least try to make the right decisions,
Yeah. All right, fellas. Is there anything else we want to leave them with before we bounce? All right, cool. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Start putting your money aside, because my birthday's coming up April 10th. You can go ahead and make a note of that right now. Something's happening. You know what? You ain't got to be a part of this. April 10th. I will say Mike gonna buy me the biggest gift, but as we talked about in the beginning of the show, ladies and gentlemen, Mike didn't get paid last week, and so I'm pretty sure that's going to reflect in my birthday gift, and I'm already feeling some type of way about it. Nah, for real though, we love y'all. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. God bless, and fellas, is that it?
Yes, sir.
That can't be the new outro video. That's wow.
Hey.
You know what, man? No, that's not it. Y'all ain't gonna get me sent to hell. Who didn't pray? Why didn't y'all pray?
I just never thought we didn't pray it out, but y'all just ignored that.
Y'all lusty around here. Who praying out? Errol, you the most righteous one tonight. Actually,
I don't know about that.
I think Mike, you ready? Who praying?
How many? Okay,
You got it.
I'll take it.
Talk to the Lord. It's been a minute.
I talk to my God daily, sir. Know what you mean? Now, Father, thank you for bringing us here tonight, Lord, allowing us to have another great episode, Lord. Hopefully we were able to touch someone and help someone tonight, Lord. I thank you for anybody that's dealing with any sickness or pain or just having a hard time as far as their health concern, Lord. We thank you that, they'll be healed, Lord, and that they'll know where their healing is coming from, Lord. I thank you and praise you that the week ahead is the week that you have ordained, and the week that you have ordered our steps, that we'll be in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, Lord. We just thank you and praise you for all the things that you've done for us, both seen and unseen, Lord. We thank you for prosperity. We thank you for health, and we thank you for wealth, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. We love y'all very much. God bless. And as Errol says, and Carrie says, 2 chains.
I'll hold you down. I'm on my way. Tonight, I just wanna take you on.
Don't forget the maybe, baby. Got him. Got him. We had to wait till the viewers get low enough, man. Everybody, they don't be lingering around. Y'all better learn how to linger. Y'all better learn how to linger. We got a few people still got their eyes on the screen. They knew who was coming back. Fellas.
Same people from last week.
Man.
The faithful.
How y'all feeling, bro?
First of all, I want to say I feel good about the episode, bro. You're on one. You from the gate, bro. I said in the beginning of the episode, like, this brother's shining. I ain't shining, man. You know, work is crazy. And then here we go, off to the races. As soon as the show started, bro. I felt good about it.
Yeah, I appreciate the energy. You know what I mean? I almost wasn't going to do the show because it is I don't know if it's sinus headache or I don't know what it is, but it's just been bothering me for the most part of the day. But you know what I mean? It's crazy how people feed off of other people's energy. You know, and I feel like that's what kept me going throughout the show. Just you and E's energy throughout the show was it was up. So it made me almost, you know what I mean, stick with it.
And that's why I love to have a good circle, because you can plug into them. You know, certain people, when you down, they don't even know how to be around you. They just drain you. What's wrong? Fix it. But when you like with the people that, you know, like your circle, man, it's like you can be quiet around them, plug in, and before you know it, it's better than medicine, man.
Hey, bro, you got a neti pot?
Excuse what? What?
A neti pot, man.
I don't want to answer. I don't want to answer.
So a neti pot is for you, like when you want to clear out your sinuses, you put it through one nostril and then the fluid goes in one nostril.
Boy, I tell you what.
Flush both sides.
That's not what I was thinking about. A nutty pie.
No, I said neti pot. So they have like the little plastic neti pots that you can get from like CVS or Save On and stuff like that. That's good to flush out your sinuses. And then also get the some herbs called mullein. Mullein is good for you.
I could get some herbs from Carrie, but you're talking about some different herbs.
No, I ain't talking about that type of herb, man. Get you some herb called mullein. It flushes the mucus out. It helps get rid of mucus.
All right. I'm
looking at that mucus like that fire.
I'm gonna look into that tomorrow. All of a sudden, Dub trying to help because he the one that got me. You feel me? You feel me?
Nigga, you got a woman to take care of you, so she should have been knocked that shit out.
Wow! If your man is sick, like what does that say about? I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna join this conversation, Jay. I love you
because she's sitting over here looking at Dub like, all right, nigga.
Jay, I love you. Even though it's the second week you ain't come give your man a kiss. I'm just saying, I love you. We talked about this, but I'm just saying, it's all good. Brother just asked you to be his neti pot, and all of a sudden you keeping your distance. All right, social distance in the house.
What y'all got for
I was about to ask the same question, man. Y'all ready for this week?
I'm not going back to work till I get a check.
Hey. This nigga put himself on strike. Nope.
I'm ready to scalp too. I'm gonna take that nigga place.
I've already started applying for jobs. I just got this. You starting off the wrong way here. Nah.
Red flag.
It's a red flag. So if I hit y'all and tell y'all I got another job and we got to go celebrate again, just you know what
Arrow gonna say, nigga. We still don't know where you work at, Tommy. But
it's fine. It's
Right.
okay.
It's
That's why
fine.
you ain't got no job. I mean, that's why you ain't got no check. You ain't got no real job. They said they was gonna pay me, but they ain't getting
Oh
it.
man.
Man,
No, this is I got a good week. I mean, it's a normal week, like I assume, like the routine, just going in, doing my 40 hours, coaching on Friday. Some new opportunities showed up at work to do some extra coaching, but I'm not sure if it's a conflict of interest yet. So I got to talk to my boss about that. But yeah, man, I'm looking.
Let me ask you this: with all these new and added responsibilities, are they compensating you for that, or because I know you, or are you doing it because it's something you love to do and you're helping people?
I'm building up my resume because
So
when I get my 1 year evaluation, or maybe 6 month evaluation, I'm showing myself.
Dub, did he answer the question that I asked?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I answered it.
Okay. No, you didn't.
I'm building my resume. Hey, like this. I'm being compensated with more opportunities.
Okay.
Hey, you can use that line if you want to. I'm being compensated with more opportunities. But hey, one cool thing though, I'm doing a test shoot. I've been working with Lace by S&V, the boutique. And so we're doing our swimsuit line again. So I'm going to be doing a test shoot this Tuesday. I got 2 models I'm gonna shoot at Manhattan Beach, and then we got a big photo shoot coming up towards the end of March. We're about to launch these swimsuits in summer wear. So I'm happy to be doing that again. But it's just more time. But I'm passionate about that stuff.
You're a busy dude. Golly. I used to think I was super busy until I met y'all. And I was like, man, there's other people out there like me, huh?
Bruh.
Nice.
I told my friend the other day, I said, I'm part of an investment club. I do 2 different podcasts. I do work 40 hours a week. I do my photography. Plus, I have life coaching clients every week. Plus, I do my self-care. I try to hit the gym 5 days a week. And I'm just grateful because it's not too much. God has given me the foresight, knowledge, and endurance to do it all. But I gotta be disciplined every day to let it all flow right.
Yeah. You already know. You keep talking about this 2 podcasts. We've had an exclusive conversation. I don't believe in it. Okay. Hey, listen, I'm not saying I want it to fail. I'm just saying I don't want you to do good in it.
Wow. 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 Well, it's already
saying.
been predetermined, man. This is going to be an incredible success.
That's dope.
Whatever success I get there, you already know I share on here. Well, maybe this will help. So,
for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Dub, what's your week look like, man?
Man, just working, man. Brooklyn gets in on Wednesday.
What's she doing out here?
Celebrating her birthday out here. She'll be out here from Wednesday and she leaves Sunday. Most of the
She's
time,
staying with you?
Nah, she gonna be with one of her friends that stays up the street from me, but she'll be close.
Okay.
But she did say she want to spend some time with me while she's out here. So,
how old is she turning?
17, man, 17. So
that time with you is just a courtesy, boy. She's trying to be out here.
But the thing is, she told me she want to spend some time with me while she's out here. So that was, that was different. And then what else? Wednesday got another appointment, bro, for some more ink. Getting tatted some more on Wednesday. So
you about to hit the face and neck?
I think I'm about to hit, like the top of my foot.
Ouch.
God.
What
the hell I look like doing some shit like that?
Oh, I thought, brother, we both believed you.
No,
your name is Kifo.
Yeah, but still, no.
Can you imagine seeing a kick with a dog on a flying dragon coming towards your face?
Yeah.
No, man. I'm gonna finish.
I'm gonna say night on each foot.
Yeah. I'm gonna finally finish out this sleeve, and then I'm gonna get my hearing now.
Okay.
So
you tighten up your legs?
You
tighten up your legs or no?
I am. Okay. I know for sure I'm gonna do one full sleeve on my leg. But and I already know what I want. That's already, planned out and everything. I'm thinking that's going on the chest.
Okay.
That's going on the chest. But my hearing now, I'm thinking about, because I want it in red. Now I don't know if I want to get it like underneath my chest right here, or if I want to get it on top of like my collar right here. So I'm trying to figure out where I want it. But yeah, that's coming. That's coming soon.
Yeah, be careful where you put here and now, man. It could be suggestive.
Put that thing right up underneath his nipple. Here and now.
Put it here and put it here right now. So that's why I got mine above my knee. You got to be careful here and now. We just ruined that whole beautiful tattoo, man. Where's yours at, Mike?
Wrist right here.
Okay, here and now. Okay,
Yep.
That's good. Dove, keep it off your chest, man. Just
Hey,
keep it away from the nipples.
This guy here and now give you all this wrist action, huh?
Hey.
No, not even just that though. This guy right here and now. You take these thighs. You see these thighs here and now.
First of all, it's above the knee. Technically, is the thigh, but that's not the point. Man,
I think I'm gonna get back in the gym this week. It's been over a month since I've been in the gym.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna give it a try tomorrow and just go like dumb light just to see.
Hey, we need to hit a session, bro.
I can't hit no session with you right now. I'm not. I got to see where. I'm just saying. I got to see where I'm at first before I get in there.
If it's your rotator cuff, bro. If it's your rotator cuff, try that band exercise because you get that negative resistance you don't get with free weights, which will help you identify where your strength is at and where your mobility is too.
Exactly. Yep.
I've been doing those shoulder presses with that I sent you in that video.
Yeah,
bro. When I tell you them things, my shoulders are kind of like my weak area. They've been growing. I've been seeing like the definition and like the roundness of them coming in just from that every morning. So
that's what's up.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna get some food in my system, man. I love y'all.
Love you too, bro.
Love you too.
Rest, man. Hit me up if y'all need me.
All right, bet.
Hey, I'm gonna call you, Mike.
All right. No, you're not.
Answer.
He almost got me.